Hello, welcome in everyone to episode 3 of Off the Record. I am Strange Tangents and joined by my amazing and way better than me wife, Mrs. Strange, aka Red Panda. So, Katie, all right, no problems. Katie redeeming that first, going to make some dinner. All right. Oh, hi, pup.
She decided she wanted to get in on the action
Right?
too.
Exactly. So we've got episode 3, like I said, of Off the Record that we're working on today. If you missed episodes 1 and 2, then don't worry, okay? Right up in that corner over there, okay? Right now, there's going to be a little link that'll pop up, all right? Just click that. It'll take you to our playlist. Look for episodes 1 and episode 2 for Off the Record, and catch up on Royal Street episode 1 as well while you're there. And then come back to this video, okay? If you're watching this on YouTube, then come back to this video, all right? If you're joining us live right now, thank you so much for being here. We cannot do this without you. You've seen that multiple times through our videos where we get absolutely stumped. Last episode on Royal Street, I think was right. We were pretty well stumped on it, and chat helped us out. So it's
I think even on the off the record one.
Oh, it was on, yeah.
On the wrong person for a while.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were. So
someone saw a detail we missed, and it pulled us a whole different direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you all help us tremendously with all of this. So thank you very much. So we are going to dive into that today of Off the Record episode 3. Let's see. Let me grab a quick recap here. We've got episode 2 catch up. And I just realized I completely forgot to hit record at the start of all this, but that's okay. I'll just have to download the VOD at the end of this. All right. And do it the old-fashioned way, which takes way longer. All right. So after digging up information about the suspect's movements in the country club on the day Ashley was killed, Franny was able to eliminate Judith as a suspect. However, in the video that proved her alibi, Judith mentioned Franny was investigating the Copper Cliffs car crash, and somebody named Angel Silva. Now that Franny knows, let's see, hold on, Judith mentioned that Franny was?
No,
wasn't it
Franny
Ashley
knows.
investigating it?
Ashley died.
Right, but wasn't Ashley? Judith mentioned that.
Oh.
I think that Ashley was not Franny. Ashley was investigating the Copper Cliffs car crash, not Franny. Right? Franny's who we're in contact with.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
yeah, so Ashley was investigating the Copper Cliffs car crash, and somebody named Angel Silva. So now that Franny knows more about what might have gotten Ashley killed, she needs to learn more about Angel Silva. There we go.
That sounds better.
Just Mary, hello, welcome
confusing. In. Hi.
Yeah. That was a little bit confusing there, but that is the case with that. So there we
I
go.
think Franny's now investigating it in the aftermath, trying to figure out what was going on. Maybe.
Right. So she's investigating the murder of Ashley, and therefore whatever may have gotten her murdered.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they were thinking. Who knows?
Yeah, very possible. All right. Let's see. So first thing we got up is our evidence, of course. So let's get switched over to that. We're gonna head over to the evidence room. Here we go.
All kinds of goodies. They've had some good stuff this season. Okay, there's a giant, ugly ideas looking thing. I mean, out of all the colors, this is probably not the direction I want to go in.
Well, what are you talking about? That's my favorite color.
Copper Cliffs Community Co-op. Okay, now I can't diss it because it's a co-op. Okay. Better green and polyethylene. Okay,
well, there you go.
Cheesy. I like it. Ooh, something's in there. All right, so something's in there. We'll see what's in there in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I will be honest. Out of all the intro letters, these stress me out the most. Like, the chaos of this is a little much.
No, I agree.
But I do enjoy the extra little tidbits in her train of thought. But, oh my goodness, it's hard to read. But looks like it's one side this time. So she's got another letter for us to tell us what's going on.
Right.
We have a little letter, it looks like, or some type of a paper from the sibling Reggie. A article about your driver being here. Carpool.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Cards on command. Okay, that's hilarious. Sorry.
All right,
so this sounds like it's the.
So we had the Franny's letter, Reggie's. We have a note from Reggie.
Yes.
We have the Carpool article.
That's this.
Okay.
Is that a Carpool article? Oh,
Carpool.
I thought it was just an advertisement on the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a voice recording.
This is a suspect wavelength printout.
Looks like a voice recording, but okay.
Yeah.
A wavelength printout sounds.
Well, yeah. So those are the voice wavelengths.
Okay.
And then we've got a driver profile. That's what it says.
Sounds like yes, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got Ashley's bag with several contents.
Oh, so that must be what that food drive bag is. Okay. Cool. Oh, interesting.
Oh, nice.
What?
Wolf Fighter was saying that on Wolf Park's Facebook page, they had mentioned about that they were needing people to sample water in rivers and creeks on the 9th at Wolf Park.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll take a look into that.
Wasn't the 9th on a Friday?
It is a Friday. Yeah. So I'll have to see what I can do. Because I think that's the day that I got to be at work all day.
That's what I was thinking. Same here.
But
all right.
Hopefully I can maybe make something. Who knows? We'll see.
That'd be cool. Where do you want to start, dear?
Well, let's open up the bag. Let's see what the rest of the evidence is. And then what I'll do is right after that, I can dump all that into the Discord. So there's the Discord link right there. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description down below. So don't forget, while you're looking at that description, don't forget to like, hit the subscribe, okay? I haven't checked today, but I know that we were like, at the time that, or about yesterday when I looked at it, we were 1 away from 200 subscribers. So, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, then... and you're watching this live right now,
be the 200.
Be that number, okay? There you go. So just hit that link, all right, and go subscribe to the channel, all right. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then scroll down and subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Let's go.
So we have a very cheesy bobblehead,
all right,
like major flag wiggles.
Right. So we've got a TFC bobblehead.
Okay,
all right.
This one's TFC because we got I think the Herald one last time. Maybe?
Yeah, exactly. We got the Herald last time. Yeah.
So they're pretty close, except their comb overs going like opposite direction.
Right.
Friggin' close though.
Yeah.
But I was laughing because I thought that was like something unmentionable.
No. It's the split in the.
It's a tux jacket or something.
Yeah. It's the split in the back of the jacket.
Oh. I found a code.
I was waiting for you to find that.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to find that. I liked your reaction. You jumped. You were like, "Oh my!" Like it was like that. The code just scared you.
Now I'm embarrassed. Thank you. Before I wasn't embarrassed. I was excited, but now I just
look. Okay, it's my job as your husband. It was in our vows. My role is to embarrass my wife as much as possible. Okay, it's fine.
And maybe me right back at you.
Right. Okay.
We get to remind each other daily that we married this.
Right. Exactly. All right. So in the bag we had the TFC bobblehead. We have police report.
Yep. Ooh, okay. For Harold. Ooh,
all right. We've got witness statements.
Bish. Is that this? I don't look like a witness statement. It looks like a rec report.
Nope. This is actually the witness statements. Okay. So that's the police report.
Okay.
Police report. Witness statements. What's labeled as a bidding sheet.
Oh, this is the auction. So the night of the car crash.
Yeah.
Because I was going back through box 1 earlier. The night of the car crash, Vanzetti and Richards were at the country club for an auction, some kind of an auction. So this must be the people who are being auctioned off, like for something.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's interesting, though.
That's probably it then. Yeah. I mean, it's called a bidding sheet, so that's my guess. And then you've got next up is another wavelength.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just really confused. That guy don't look like the same guy as the other guy in the photo in the first episode.
Oh.
Not even a little bit.
Doesn't look like Louis Vanzetti?
Not from what I remember. Sorry, it looks so different. It kind of gave me a pause for a second. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, okay. A little bit.
It's the goatee part. That was okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that looks like it's prison photo. So
well, right.
That looks like
10 years older,
this is supposed to be younger. Well, that's supposed to be his photo then as well for
right, his 10 years younger photo though. That's the whole point.
Oh,
Like
was
10
it?
years
So the
ago.
car crash was 10 years ago. That's right.
Yeah, because that was before Richards went to
That's right.
rehab to get better.
Well, this is like his GQ photo too, right?
Apparently,
Like
yes.
like bid for me.
I didn't think he looked like the same guy for a second
Right.
there. That startled me. He just looked so different.
All right. So and then you've got one called AS wavelength printout.
Okay, that'd be Angel Silva. I got that here.
Okay. We've got after that we've got a cease and desist letter.
Okay, that'd be this. It looks like it might be 2 pages or 1 page.
No. So we've got a campaign response. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a cease and desist and a campaign response.
Yep.
And then there's a note envelope that contains some note pieces.
And it is currently sealed. Found in TFC campaign dumpster and an author to AS.
Okay.
And it is sealed. So neat. Not even we know what's in that.
No. I do know what's in
How
it.
did you get it? You're just that good. Oh my gosh, you really sealed this sucker back up. Dang. Am I opening it or not?
Yeah, I mean here. No. You don't have to open it that way. Here,
what,
right here, on the end. There you go. I know you love me. All right.
Times like this, I realize that he can get away with anything he wants to, because I actually legitimately thought he just didn't know for this. I'm kind of irritated right now. You suck.
So yeah, so we've got all kinds of note pieces that got to be puzzled together. So now I did not puzzle it together.
That's what you're saying now until you show a photo in 10 minutes.
No. Like I'll show it up here. I've got I did scan. Well, I took a picture.
Okay.
Of it, but see, like I took a picture of it like this.
Okay,
so there you go.
All right.
So once we descramble it, then we'll take another photo and we can get that put in the Discord.
I did not see that. I feel so stupid. Now I feel stupid twice. You are not on a good roll tonight, Mr.
I know, apparently. All right.
All right. So we just went from like a little information to like overwhelming amounts of information. So I don't know what just happened here.
Yeah, so that's definitely a lot of evidence, a lot of stuff going on. We will. We've got a code on the bottom of a bobblehead. We've got wavelength reports.
Okay, for those who are as nerdy as I am and have read through everything already, TFC, guts of copper, hearts of gold. Yeah. If anyone doesn't know, TFC's family founded Copper Cliffs. They found the copper deposits.
Well, there you go.
So that's pretty funny. That's very cheesy, but that's actually pretty clever as far as ad-wise goes.
Right.
All right, so let's put all this stuff from Ashley away for now and go to the rest
that's
first.
Fine.
Okay.
We're going to begin our investigation now. Dive into that for this episode. Let me fix my headphone cable over here so it stops getting caught. There we go.
And to those of you who are here for the first time, we actually solve it with you as we go. He's only looked at stuff enough just to basically scan everything in. Mm-hmm. So we're starting it off with you guys. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you want me to start with letter?
Like you saw from the reaction of finding that code, right? Like I don't show Mrs. Strange of anything beforehand, right? So
I say anything, I'm going to cheat and look at it all.
Right, yeah. She has no control. She will start reading through all of it and dive through all of it and want to dive in and start solving it right then and there. So I take everything, I scan everything in and get it all ready for Discord, which actually, while you're reading off some of the paper, then I'll work on getting everything put into the Discord. So there you go, chat. There's the link again if you're not a part of the Discord. Click that link or click the link down in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Join the Discord. Once you get in there, just go to the rules section, right? It'll say rules and roles. Accept the rules. It'll give you the role so that you can see the rest of the Discord. And then also down below that is the roles application. So you can literally click on a button that says that you're interested in Hunt a Killer, and it'll assign you that role. And then anytime that we tag anything to do with Hunt a Killer, right? So we'll tag investigators, and you'll get those notifications and be able to see, all the stuff related to Hunt a Killer. So don't forget to do that. All right, so I'll hand it over to you, let you start reading. I'm going to get everything put in the Discord.
Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and just read through everything first, then I'll come back and go off of her side notes, because otherwise I can't quite follow along. So, all right. So, hi, Detective. I've been spending more time with Reggie lately. We've been talking a lot about Ashley, how she always offered me a lift home after we met up because she knew how long my bus ride was, how she taught herself how to make, I'm going to pronounce that wrong, some item or food, because it's Reggie's favorite. We've been talking a lot about our investigation
Pozzoli?
too. I didn't know how to say it.
I think is it Pozzoli?
I don't know. I've never heard of it, so I have no idea the pronunciation. I wasn't even brave enough to try, frankly. So anyone who's got an idea, feel free to let us know. I'm going to look up what it is after this, though. We've been talking a lot about our investigation, too. They told me they want to know everything, so we've been going over every little detail you and I have uncovered again and again. It seems to be helping them process, feel like they can do something about what's happened. I'm not going to lie. It's also helping me. I feel like I have a little bit of Ashley's back, along with discovering a new friend who belongs in my life. I hope they feel the same way about me. After you helped me find that video of Judith, Reggie and I got to talking about the car crash. We know the crash is what set Judith off that evening at the club, so it seems likely that's what Ashley was asking her when they were arguing earlier in the day. But what did the crash have to do with the big story Ashley was working on? Reggie gave me a whole bag of Ashley's research materials to pass along to you, and it seems like she was digging up info on someone named Angel Silva. I did a little digging on my own. And here's the thing. Angel's trail goes completely cold right around the time of the car crash. So who is Angel Silva? You're the pro here, but a mysterious disappearance that Ashley was actually pursuing before being murdered, it has to be connected. I've got to stay focused on my job at the mayor's office for a little bit, so just message me on the app when you have the full name of someone who might be Angel in disguise. Use the password to log in this time. Take care and be safe. All right, so going back up here, it looks like, surprise, surprise, when talking about Ashley, yep. Let's see, translation regarding the car crash. When people talk about the car crash, we mean the big Copper Cliffs car crash 10 years ago. That was in the papers. That killed 2 people, I believe. I don't remember the names right off the top of my head, but Vanzetti was prosecuted and jailed, I feel like, for about 10 years for it, though. Bingo, right? Remember just Screaming Angel? So on this note, this is really funny. So earlier today, I was going back through and I found like the video and was like getting all the information from the video. And I was so excited because I caught the name Angel in it. And so I'm telling him as he gets home, he's like, "You have no idea what this episode's about today, do you?" And I'm like, "No, why? I'm just really excited because I think AS had something to do with this person named Angel." He's like, "Yeah, so about that tonight we're going to figure out who Angel Silva is." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I felt like I had found some masterful clue.
Like, you didn't look at the Discord, did you?
No. Because I told him if I did that, I wouldn't have been trying to dig more information up. I would have been in here going,
right? Stuff? Yeah. Hey, that's so. Okay.
I was feeling very cool when I caught the name Angel earlier.
Right.
So I'm still going to brag about that. So let's see. Pro tip: don't rely on free software to keep your system safe. That is funny.
Right.
So I think she said that she was not a hacker, but like very like computer savy.
She's IT specialist for the is it TFC's campaign? Yeah. So she's the IT person for TFC.
Let's see, focus goes like this. Okay, I got yelled at for looking distracted in a meeting last week. Ooh, got to keep up appearances. Yes.
Okay.
All right, and then so talking about the app, the Keepsafe Pro, which is how we've been talking to her, I think somewhat. Take a look at the screenshots folder. Ooh, there's another article on there too that we need to look at. Cool. Well, we have a lot of information to dig through on this one. So
right.
In there. All right.
Let's see. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally grab one of the items from the last episode by accident. Let me double check.
If you show it to me, I can tell you. I've just been looking at them all for 4 hours, so.
I was quick. Oh, that's the blog update. Okay, yeah. No, I don't think it is. You
show it to me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there's poll 3.
That's from this episode.
That's from this one, okay.
I only had the first 2 polls.
Yep, okay, perfect. So I have those. So I'll get those put into Discord as well.
And then
there we go. So we'll pull that up. Do you want to start with that article?
Yeah, sure. I was going to Reggie's letter, but we can start with the article. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. I meant the article she mentioned on the letter. So about saying that there's article. the saying that there's an article that we should see.
Do we have it?
Yes. So let me get this pulled up. I may have forgotten to print that one though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have it.
Yeah, I think I forgot to print that. Sorry about that.
I can log into the app really quick.
Okay.
Maybe.
You want me to print it?
It's okay. We don't have the ink change, so it won't work.
Okay.
Sorry. All right. Shots. Is it the TFC interview thing?
It is, yes. Okay. TFC interview. And we also have like the election poll 3 that we can do.
Okay.
So
I always feel like the online drama is always better after the meaty potato stuff of the packaging. For some reason, I always feel like the online stuff makes more sense after everything else.
Do you want to wait then?
Up to you. We can go ahead and do it since we're already up on it.
Okay. So small town mayor raising. I just figured since it was like really specifically mentioned, on the side note of it, that we would look at it first.
No, that makes sense.
So small town mayor raising big time money. Spotlight on the Thomas Ford Cross re-election campaign by John Jackson. So mayoral campaigns are often seen as the minor league of politics, where devoted public servants hone their skills pleasing small local crowds in the hopes of moving up to national notoriety. But the mayor of the tiny Arizona municipality of Copper Cliffs has been playing like he's already in the majors, raising millions of dollars and his public profile in turn. Thomas Ford Cross has already been elected once to lead his hometown of Copper Cliffs, and he is currently sitting inside the mayor's office. But when a longtime rival, former friend, and fellow Copper Cliffs native Harold Richards announced his intention to challenge Cross in this year's election, Cross knew this would not be an easy or cheap campaign. That's why he decided to turn his focus toward fundraising, the key to successful campaigning. I recognize that my opponent has deep enough pockets to jeopardize my re-election. So I went all in early on developing a strategy to maximize the campaign fund and maximize its potential return, said Cross. His strategy is a novel one as far as small town campaigns go, having cross court far-flung national and multinational business owners for large donations and other material support. So far, it has paid off substantially, with over $40 million raised. And while most would assume Cross's financial connections were established during his time as a venture capitalist, he gives all credit to his campaign manager, the currently unknown but inevitable rising star, Kim Barton. I'm confident in my ability to bring people over to our side, but the way Kim... zoom in on this a little bit, make it a little bit easier for me to read. But the way Kim hustles and networks puts me to shame, said Cross. She sets up the calls, does the research, even handles the negotiations sometimes. The woman is a fundraising machine, and when asked where all of the money in his campaign has raised so far is actually going, Cross pointed toward his staff. Talented people like Kim Barton bring in a lot of money for the campaign, and in turn, the campaign can then bring in even more talented people and use that money to keep them happy and secure in their positions, said Cross. It's a good thing, for Cross at least, that his fundraising efforts are paying off. While his career in venture capital has kept him afloat and secured his spot in the pages of business magazines for years, Cross's net worth has been steadily falling after the cessation of mining operations at his family copper mine, located just outside of Copper Cliffs. When pressed about his personal finances, however, Cross seemed to see their decline as a virtue. It's true that the family fortune isn't what it used to be, and doubly true that I could have never financed this campaign on my own, said Cross. Unlike some people, I'm not trying to buy my position. I'm trying to make a path so that everyone in Copper Cliffs, and even some outside of it, can buy a piece of their own representation. It is a characteristically forward-thinking approach for the future-oriented candidate, and one you might be seeing a lot of soon. And then a little advertisement for, what was it called? Offline?
Offline,
yeah.
It's basically a way of sending messages to each other securely.
Yeah.
So I have something interesting. So with that whole article, I was spending most of the time trying to remember where I saw it at. His advertisement brochure from the previous season. Where this is his advertisement brochure trying to be reelected. He says, and I quote, "Donate today. This campaign does not accept contributions from large corporations, national banks, fossil fuel companies, or any other interest whose practices contradict our mission to keep Copper Cliffs a clean, community-oriented town. That's why we need regular citizens just like you to keep us in fighting shape. You can contribute at this address at this office.
Okay.
So somebody sure changed directions awful quickly and sacrificed pretty much all of his beliefs in the name of making a lot of money quickly.
So, well, the way that reads, depending on how that sentence is written,
Which part?
The part about not accepting large.
It sounds like you won't take big dollars.
Well, it's saying they don't take large dollars that don't align.
So basically,
with
like eco-friendly.
Right. So, like,
okay.
if it's a company that supposedly doesn't align with their beliefs,
so they're
then they're not taking it. Right.
Okay.
So they're not just not taking large corporations' money.
Okay.
They're just picking and choosing which.
I thought it was like they wouldn't take large corporations, banks, fossil fuel companies, or anyone who's not green friendly.
Basically,
I didn't realize it was like they'll take large corporations that are green friendly.
Correct. Yeah. So basically, that's the way that I'm hearing it.
Okay,
anyway.
That would make sense. Okay.
But again,
so
it all depends on
a contradiction.
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
That's still a little bit shifty though, because frankly, yeah, what are you doing with $40 million? I'm sorry, Kim Barton can't be that good. Okay?
Right.
I'm just saying, can't be that good.
So,
especially for a mayor campaign. I mean, I don't know much about election stuff, but I have a lot of trouble believing that 40 million is an average mayoral campaign.
I don't know. Let's look real quick.
Maybe Senate or something higher, but mayoral? That feels like it's small and was like small potatoes you can get started out.
Average amount.
And or I mean they're blissfully ignorant because again I hate politics, so it could just be that. Because seriously, why does it have to be such a rich man's game?
All right, let's see what the average. So,
small donations, yeah.
Let's find out. Let's see if we can find an article real quick.
If not, I'll find it for the next thing. I don't know. 40 million seems a bit steep. I feel like a few million maybe, and that still seems like obscene to me for a mayoral race, but I guess we're talking New York City versus like
where LA, this is from 2022, May 10th, 2022, says where LA mayoral candidates raise the most money.
Okay.
So mayoral campaign in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
So money has played an unprecedented role in this year's race, with nearly 40 million pouring in from contributions and loans.
Oh, humbling.
The most of any Los Angeles city mayoral race to date.
I officially despise politics even more now.
A billionaire developer, Rick Caruso, has given his campaign $25 million, more than any other candidate in the race. So yeah,
that sounds like you're buying a candidate right there. I mean, never mind. Shall we continue?
Yeah. So
awkward.
So that was IRL.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So that was IRL. That's IRL stuff. So that's not related to the case. That's just like a little snippet to IRL.
For tiny races, we're still talking millions of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just makes me disgusted. And moving on, because that burned my blood a little bit, boiling.
Okay, Kim's job. So Kim is doing a lot of the fundraising efforts.
The lawyer. What does Ashley call her? Ashley calls her. She calls her basically a genius. Oh, did I break the camera already?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He had it all set up too. Sorry. Kim Barton, stellar legal bona fides here because her mom is
the boss. She's called the boss.
Intimidating as well. She was the one that kept calling and complaining to the staff at the country club that night.
Correct. Yeah. That's right. So she kind of like, so she's technically a lawyer. She's also basically the one that's organizing the fundraising campaigns. It sounds like
she sounds like a control freak.
Along with basically is just overall. Let's see. Is she labeled as anything specific?
She does in that article where she compares her and Sebastian. Sebastian's such a quiet.
Yeah, I didn't know if she's considered like the campaign manager. I think she might be okay. That's her actual position then, is campaign manager. So there you go.
There you go. Hardworking Barton is a new hire. Considered a close. Let's see. I thought it said campaign manager, but maybe it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. So which one do we want to do next? It sounds like she's the campaign manager.
I'm pretty sure she is, but maybe I'm wrong. Either she's the fundraising manager, as we just heard. So, what do you want to do next?
All right, so we've got, do you want to do Reggie's letter or do you want to do the carpool article?
I think let's go ahead and just do the Carpool article really quick, then we can jump to Reggie's later.
Perfect. So there we go. I've got that up.
You ready? So I'm assuming this is similar to what like Lyft or Uber would be to us. Does that sound accurate to you?
Yeah, pretty much.
What you gathered? Okay. You ready?
Yep.
All right. A lot of new names today. I'm not recognizing Jeff Breen or the other one who wrote that online article just a moment ago. Okay, so your driver is here. A popular new phone application wants you to drive wherever possible, but can you trust the people behind the wheel? After launching in major cities across America, including several in Arizona, the rideshare private taxi company called Carpool has taken off with tech-savvy early investors and passengers in need of a ride. I don't see the problem with Carpool. We use it all the time over in Coppercliff, said Arizona native Angel Silva after leaving a Carpool sign-up event. I'm sure they vet their drivers and everything. However, a review of Carpool certified drivers in Coconino County has revealed some shocking behavior and dangerous driving among the pool of potential chauffeurs. With a range of drivers from those possessing violent criminal histories to those with a wanton disregard for posted speed limits, Carpool looks to be sticking to their promise that anyone can drive for Carpool, and that should scare you. One of the more heinous discoveries during our research was the criminal record of Carpool driver Dan Clark. Clark went on a year-long crime spree that ended with the attempted murder of his employer. After his arrest, Clark was charged with a litany of other violent and destructive acts.
Which column are you on?
Second, midway.
I got distracted by the pup. All right, there we go.
So, after his arrest, Clark was charged with a litany of violent and destructive acts, like the looting and arson of Valmart warehouse and desecration of a grave. Clark served a 15-year sentence before receiving an early release for good behavior. On a less violent but no less concerning end, among the 157 full or part-time Carpool drivers in Coconino County, there are over 400 citations for reckless driving, speeding, driving with a suspended license, driving while impaired, or failure to control a vehicle. That is a massive amount of charges, but only around 10% of current Carpool drivers are responsible for these violations, such as one Gertrude Stump of Fredonia, who holds 42 of these citations alone. For unsuspecting users, this means you have a 1 in 10 chance of getting picked up by a dangerous and unlawful driver. When asked for comment, Alex Zohar, Director of Public Relations for Carpool, said, "While it's certainly possible for bad drivers to make it into the system is also designed to quickly identify and remove them from the pool of possible drivers through a robust user review process."
Oh, yeah. Sounds real quick. You got 400
Yeah. 157 full part-time drivers.
400 citations for reckless driving and it said
only 10% of the Carpool drivers are causing the issues. So that means 10% of 157 is getting 400 citations.
Right, with
That's
this
ridiculous.
one person getting 42 alone.
Yep.
And saying that they are eliminating these people very quickly, I doubt that.
No.
I highly doubt that.
Quickly. Because Carpool drivers are independent contractors and not formal employees, Carpool can absorb no liability if things were to take a wrong turn. Carpool might be affordable, but it also seems to be rather precarious. Remember to do your research, use common sense, and stay safe when riding. So the Gertrude name caught my ear.
Yeah.
Because in that same video with Judith throwing a glass at somebody, I think it was a Gertrude possibly. There's a Gertrude in that video. There was only 4 names mentioned in that video in that meeting, and one of them was definitely a name of Gertrude.
Okay.
So it's a little interesting because Gertrude and Judith were getting in it big time.
Right.
So
and then
the advertisement on the back says Carpool, cars on command. The future is here in Flagstaff. Popular tech company Carpool is expanding. So whatever's going wrong hasn't gone wrong enough because they're going bigger.
Right. And then just very saying Angel Silva
Silva
thinks it's cool though. So.
Well, he also said something else. I don't see a problem with it. We use it in Coppercliff all the time. Arizona native Angel Silva after leaving a Carpool sign-up event. So my curiosity with that is, didn't we just hear that Angel Silva was like missing or something? Or was that someone else? Didn't someone say that we hadn't heard from them since the event? Did Franny say that? Hold on.
Maybe. Was that in the initial letter?
I thought so. Someone named Angel Silva Who is that? Something about the copper close crack. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought she said something about Angel Silva disappearing right after the crash. Oh yeah, Angel's trail goes completely cold right after the crash. Sorry, I have a weird memory. Sometimes it's extremely on point. Other times it's completely totally wrong.
Yeah. So it's so we because this episode we've got to find out who with full name of someone who might be Angel in disguise, then we'll use the keep safe and send that name. So we need to figure out who Angel Silva is actually.
So my question is though, is that article from then or now? It reads like a current article.
What?
That article I just read.
Oh,
it reads like
is there a date
article.
on it? There's probably not a date on it.
There's never dates on it.
Yeah.
So
it's an opinion article.
Completely current article, like a now article.
Very possible.
So if that's the case, like that person saying, I thought Angel Silva disappeared and there's supposedly a secret identity they were using or something like that.
Right, so Reggie gave me a whole bag of Ashley's research materials to pass along to you, and it seems like she was digging up info on someone named Angel Silva, digging in my own, and here's the thing, Angel's trail goes completely cold right around the time of the car crash. So that means that, so this article probably is from around that time then.
You think?
Yeah, so it's probably old. Yeah, so just Mary's saying it's also, since it's from Ashley's investigation, so it's probably cold.
Do you think this is an older article then?
Probably. If the trail goes completely cold after the accident,
right?
I highly doubt that then 10 years later,
his name now.
They would be using the name again.
Shall we read Reggie's letter?
Yep, I think.
It's good that Reggie and Franny are bonding.
Right.
All right. Dear Detective, thank you so much. It's a relief to have your help. Franny says she couldn't have gotten this far without you. Sometimes I think just the three of us are the only ones who actually care about what happened to my sister. I have some more stuff for you. Things from Ashley's desk that I think are related to her investigation. I'm sending them in the bag. In the bag Ashley insisted on using until the city outlawed plastic bags.
Okay.
Anytime someone asked her about her bag, she'd start rattling off statistics about the half-life of plastic, which is one of those things she did to try to make the world a better place. I hope it brings you the same joy it brought Ashley. I hope Franny got it to you okay. Speaking of, I've been spending more time with Franny too. For someone who spends all their time in a basement, she knows a remarkable amount about plants. Ashley was right. Franny has very strong opinions about burritos. They were joking in the first episode that Franny and Ashley bonded over their disagreement about who makes the best burritos in town.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They agreed that Sneers was the best movie, but the burritos thing was
okay, but you know what, though? Okay, so what's better? Like, here's the thing. So soft tacos or crunchy tacos, okay? That's a debate. All right? That's a debate.
To me, it depends on the level of mess you want, because both have their pros and cons.
Right? I'm soft taco.
Although I would do chalupa all the way, but that's biasness of the finest.
Right.
Like chalupas. Why go soft or hard when you can go, yeah, never mind. Nope. Nope. I hate you. Ashley was right. Franny has very strong opinions about burritos. Fried. That's I thought so, but then I chickened out because I was like, maybe it's not fried, and I'm just stupid. Maybe there's something special about the I can't remember what it's called, chalupa crust.
Right.
100% real, 100% ourselves. That's for
right.
Sure.
Exactly.
All right. Her encyclopedic knowledge of all the delivery menus in this town is almost scary. I'll keep doing my best to help. I may not be as sharp as my sister, but I'm every bit as stubborn. I know how to press on with a noble cause. I need answers. Ashley deserves them. With love and gratitude, Reggie Mendoza. Oh, we have a PS on the back. Sorry, that was exciting. P.S. Ashley had this bobblehead sitting on her desk. She said that when she didn't know what else to do, it felt good to flick TFC in the face. It hurts to know I'll never get up in the middle of the night and find her still awake making notes on an interview or editing a post on her blog for the millionth time. But giving you some of her stuff is forcing me to confront the truth of what's happened, even though I'm not ready to move on. Not at all. I just got sad again. I want to be laughing about burritos again. I just got really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, carpool information on Angel Silva.
All right, there we go, Chad. I've got a poll going in the. It'll go for 10 minutes.
I can definitely
So
say
vote,
this is
vote in the
dated.
poll of whether you think that soft shells or hard shells are better. And then if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to drop that in the comments down below. Which one's better? All right.
Are you about to start a war, babe?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What side of the fence do you stand on?
Soft shells.
Me too.
Soft
so
shells.
yes, we're at least okay.
Like crunchy shell, yeah, or the hard shell is not bad, but it's just too
them.
messy.
They're just messy. Yeah, if you don't eat them quickly, like the shell goes soggy so fast and falls apart, and then you end up with like all this stuff coming out.
Yeah, see, soft shell way better.
Yeah.
All right. So
we want to learn more about Angel Silva.
I think so.
You seem like your brain's ticking over there. What's going on?
No, I was just reading through real quick just to make sure I didn't miss something or miss anything real quick.
I didn't really see a lot of in there, just a lot of.
Yeah, that was what was throwing me off. There wasn't like anything like standing out that like, oh, this is a clue to something, you know?
I think it was basically saying Ashley was an eco freak, which we kind of already gather, and that Reggie and Franny are trying to solve this together, basically.
Oh wait, hold on. So Reggie put this bag together. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Franny said that too, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But that's what this letter.
A little bit more
that's what this letter is really about. Is
like
saying, "Hey, I found some more stuff on on our desk, and here you go." So. All right, and then so which one do we want to look at? We want to look at.
I don't know if we have enough information to look at this carpool thing yet. I feel like we don't have enough information about the crash to get the carpool thing done yet. Do you want to keep going for now?
Well, we can take a brief look at it. I mean, the second page, though, I agree.
It's like
it's all the addresses and stuff. But the first page tells us a little bit about Angel Silva, right? So maybe that'll help us keep an eye out for other stuff as we go through other evidence.
Although that's interesting. I recognize the yellow Hyacinth Avenue.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Hyacinth Avenue is what Richards lives on.
Okay.
I have to check the report.
So we've got so it was a 2002 Obayashi Corona. Hometown for Angel Silva is Flagstaff, Arizona. Favorite song is Tick Tock by Kesha. Favorite sport is real football. So soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's American football.
So it's soccer. Personal hero Anna Nicole Smith, and it says ask me about nightlife, good food, and how to have fun. Very difficult to make out that image, huh?
It's definitely.
So height 5'11", 165, brown eyes, brown hair.
I feel like they bleached the photo on purpose because if we saw a photo, we would know who it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? They did that intentionally so that we got no characteristics to go off of yet. That's my theory.
Right.
Yeah, 13 Yellow Hyacinth Avenue, Richards. 17th Hyacinth Avenue, but you could always tell them the address across the street and walk across the street if you don't want to be known, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's caught my eye. Sorry. Moving on.
So, we know that the address for them was listed in that night, so...
Well, I at least know it's their address currently. I guess I don't know if it was their address 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah, true.
Fair enough.
All right.
Still seems suspicious. Because he comes from money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing that we have before we dive into the evidence that came in the bag. Yes, so just Mary. So yes, Angel Silva was a driver for Carpool. Exquisite. Hello. Welcome in, Whimsy. All right. So yeah, so that actually brings up another thing with that article, right? So did Angel Silva start driving for Carpool before or after making a comment about, I don't see the problem with Carpool. We use it all the time over in Copper Cliffs, said Arizona native Angel Silva after leaving a Carpool sign-up event. I'm sure they vet their drivers and everything. So one.
So is it he signed up there and he does have a bad history beforehand, or what are you thinking?
Well, so my thing is that so if they vetted their driver, right? So this is a
You haven't missed much.
Yeah,
yet.
absolutely. We'll just completely restart. It's okay. I forgot to hit record at the start of this anyway, so we'll just go ahead and reset and restart. Okay, it's fine.
The Discord stuff has all of the stuff you want to download it all though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, right? So he's saying that I'm sure they vet their drivers and everything. This person who, at this point, we know that Angel Silva is not a real person, right? We're trying to find out who Angel Silva actually is.
Or was Angel Silva a real person and they changed to someone else? Is the question. Is Angel Silva the identity they were known as 10 years ago, or is Angel Silva the identity they're going by now?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. So instead of somebody acting as... See, I was reading it as that we were trying to find out who Angel Silva is because they were using that name 10 years ago. So maybe...
Well, Judith just used it recently, so that's my question. Are they using that because they know that Angel was involved in that crash 10 years ago somehow?
So in other words, maybe Angel Silva is the real name, and then there's an alias now. That's what it is. Okay,
that's what I'm wondering, but I could be wrong.
No, that sounds pretty legit on it. So
because that would make the article match up more, because the article sounds like it's dated to the timing of him signing up for the Carpool stuff. And if you look at this, the TikTok thing, that and then the Anna Nicole Smith thing makes me think like 2010s-ish, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So I feel like it, especially the TikTok songs, I remember when we first started dating, that was like the song on the radio.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So like,
what are you talking about? We haven't, that wasn't that long ago.
TikTok by Kesha? I'm pretty sure.
No, that was like last year, all right? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, we're not old. It's fine.
Crossed that bridge a long time ago, baby. I'm sorry.
All right, so we've got subjects, or so we've got some audio files.
What's Exquisite saying?
He's not. Whoa, about Angel Silva.
Oh, okay.
It also said hello to you. So we've got these audio files. So they are wavelength files of the audio recordings, I guess. So you can kind of compare voices. So I have a feeling this is going to help us with identifying Angel Silva. So because we saw that there was an AS wavelength recording in this bag. So if I'm guessing that's going to be what we're going to have to do is compare the two. So yeah,
compare like the ones from the external to the ones from the one in the bag.
Yeah.
So I was just about to go to a photo though, because I already have a theory. It's possible.
Yeah.
Sebastian?
Maybe.
Well, the only reason is because she calls Sebastian like suspicious and that no one knows much about him. Like, listen to what she says about him. Has been working for TFC as a personal assistant for about 10 years. A man of few words. Seems to be TFC's ventriloquist dummy. But like, no one knows much about him. Like, he's very secretive and very quiet. He's like the opposite of Kim Barton.
Yeah, we might be onto something then.
I don't know.
Looks like so that's what my guess is with this. So we've got a wavelength from Sebastian Dyer, so we'll be able to compare those here after a little bit. It says it was taken from an office recording. What are you asking? What's over in Copper Cliffs? And so then we've got the breakdown of it, the timing of different letters and words, and how long it takes to say certain words, that sort of thing. So that's kind of how that breaks down in all of this. So we're probably want to look for something similar. And then Kim Barton, it's also same thing. It looks like they're breaking down with each person when they say the term.
Okay. They look freaking same.
Let me see. That's printed.
They look
Nope, it's different.
Is it different? Okay.
So,
They look so similar.
Yeah, it's hard for me to show you on the screen chat.
If you agree they're different, then we can keep going.
Here, right
they look
here,
exactly the same.
So if you look at this section here at point 3, it is.
Okay, so it comes out more.
See how
right
this
here.
comes outward versus this goes kind of a little bit inward and then back out and then back in.
Yeah. Okay.
Same. Sorry, and then if you look here, this is a lot thicker lines here.
Okay. Yeah, it does more of a gentle cone versus this kind of comes out and back in. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I just
you're
exactly freaking similar.
So it looks like we're comparing each person in the way they say over in Copper Cliffs. So Kim Barton saying whether you're over in Copper Cliffs or down in Phoenix, the law stays the same, but the way the law is interpreted can be very different. So that's the sampling. It was taken from a video lecture series. And then we've got Louis Vanzetti, taken from Herald Campaign Team Introduction video. I really thought my life was over in Copper Cliffs, but Harold showed me I can still be useful around here. So same thing, pulled out the words over in Copper Cliffs. It's, absolutely so crazy that they conveniently all used over in Copper Cliffs during in different capacities. So they meant right. So like
I feel like I would say over in Copper Cliffs like 15 different ways depending on the
enunciation. Right. Well, that's the thing, right? So what's over in Copper Cliffs, right? Like what's over there?
The cool people.
Versus somebody saying when like again like Kim saying over there, right? So whether you're over in Copper Cliffs. And then you have Louis Vanzetti going, I really thought my life was over in Copper Cliffs, meaning like that it was done. Like he had no more life there in Copper Cliffs, but Harold showed him that he can still be useful.
Which would make sense because he killed 2 of the basically young women of the area in a drinking and driving accident.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got also right above that, the part that I didn't point out was the hertz. So this is like kind of like how loud each part of a sentence sounds and how each part of the word sounds, basically. How loud they say certain
it does look different. Yeah, right here.
How loud they enunciate and that sort of thing on different letters. So there you go.
So that means Vanzetti speaks low. Like the rest of the Cliffs part is really low compared to the other 2.
Correct, yeah. So overall, a little bit of a lower voice than like Kim, who has a bit of a higher hertz frequency voice. Versus, then you get Sebastian, who's got kind of like a middle, goes from high to down to low.
Do we want to do this tile first, or do we want to do the extremely dramatic Copper Cliffs pole fighting?
Let's do the pole.
Because I think those
let's do the pole in between. That's from in between, or from not in between, but from the online from the keepsake file.
What's Wolffighter saying Ty about? Out of curiosity, hi Wolffighter.
Oh, Ty for the what you were saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Pointing out, yeah. There we go. Okay.
Do you want to work on reading the Copper Cliffs things while I start to try to put this together?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So it's probably going to take me long, but it will take me a few minutes. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we've got what we've got here is the Copper Cliffs election injection. This is instance number 3 for this. So welcome back for another election injection. After his wife Judith Richards was openly accused of the murder of local journalist Ashley Mendoza, Harold Richards has taken a minor dive in the polls. Though the accusation has in the same breath been discredited, it seems voters would like their mayor's head of security to be a little more secure. But with the election still 4 months away, Mayor Cross has plenty of time to lose the lead. TFC in the lead with 58%. Harold 21%, tied with the undecided voters at 21%. Let's take a quick look at how that has changed. Let's see here. So election poll 2 showed TFC at 48%. So a 10% jump for TFC here in this since the last election injection. Harold last election injection was at 25% when everyone was polled. So he has dropped that 4% there. And then undecided voters as well, dropping from 27% last time down to 21%. So we saw a 4% drop for Harold, a 6% drop for the undecided voter, and a 10% gain for TFC. All right, and then some comments down here below. So Grace Sweet, I don't care what anyone thinks. Judith is my queen. Wish she was the one running. Mark Denton replying to Judith Richards' Stan. Are you kidding? She's on. That's kind of weird. Grace Sweet's at name is Judith Richards Stan.
Who's this?
Grace Sweet on the comment. Okay. So Grace Sweet, her actual when you read the what they're at. So you can change your name on Twitter, right? You can change your name so it says something, but your at is something different.
Okay. Yeah.
And so her at says Judith Richards Stan, Stan. So I'm wondering, is that I don't know, is that Judith Richards with another account?
That's possible. That's awful interesting. I haven't noticed that before.
So Grace Sweet, has an at Judith Richards Stan for their at.
It wouldn't surprise me because remember, Judith kept getting in trouble for commenting on stuff without.
True.
So what if she was trying to go around that by pretending to be someone else?
Yeah, very true.
Because she's still trying to influence people's opinions of her husband.
Well, right, and then she responds.
Bad-mouthing them.
Yeah. So Mark Denton responds, right? So replying back to to Grace Sweet, saying, "Are you kidding? She's unhinged. I heard she threw a metal shot glass at somebody." Judith Richards 101 responding. So this is the one that actually says "Vote Harry" that we've been accustomed to her making some comments and stuff like that.
Okay.
Replying back to Mark saying, "If you got to know me, you would see that I am normally the most peaceful person in the world. Once it is completed, the documentary being filmed about our town's election should showcase that well. I was simply driven into that fit of rage, which I have apologized for elsewhere, by a number of overlapping crises and insults, crises and insults that would make anyone lose their temper. George Judge to Judge. I'm not picking between two country club stiffs to vote for. I'm voting for undecided." To George, and then somebody, Tina Pollock, a vote for undecided is a vote for TFC.
How many times have vote for anyone?
Right, and then replying back to that, "I'll make a vote, but neither of the candidates have convinced me yet." So there we go.
Perfect timing. I did it.
Hey, look at that. All right. Boom. Well, you see that up there above us, chat? There you go. Here, look. We're going to go over here real quick. We're going to go over to the evidence room so you can see this beautiful masterpiece.
I tried.
So there you go.
Lining up is just not perfect.
So, lining up.
Definitely a code in there, though.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's there. It's just a little messy, but...
Okay.
That was actually
pretty fun. You got a good picture of it?
Ish, you tell me. It's just not lining up perfectly, but that's about the best I could do. What do you think?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, I'll just get it in the Discord really quick. Yeah, it's fine. It's just your flag. Discord. I should be able to use my pen to kind of write on the screen as we figure out
absolutely.
Like, different letters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, look at that. There we go.
Did I get it?
Yeah, that definitely all. Yeah, that definitely right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. I'm a puzzler. I love puzzles.
Right.
But in case it took me a while, because I didn't know how hard it was going to be, I figured maybe
Right.
kill time while I was doing it, just to make it go a little faster tonight. All right,
yeah.
puzzle going in the Discord, guys. This is not translated yet. This is just how it came out of the package that was surprisingly been tampered with this morning.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right.
So, what does it say? So I've always
get a code sheet out so we can make up that code list.
Right. So, let me do this. So it says, I've always considered patience one of your virtues, so I'm surprised by your demands. Some coding. Stay strong, and better things will come once I've won. It wasn't too long ago. Some more coding. Do you want to go back to that? If I go more coding, and more coding. So stay the course. Yours truly, more coding. All right.
John did it.
So, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm guessing that that bobblehead is probably the coding, or the cipher. I mean, for that. So.
Okay. Would you assume, based off of that, it says A equals H? The question is, does H also equal A? Or is it just A equals H?
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing H equals A then. I'm guessing
well, not that part. I'm just trying to decide if I just keep going with the alphabet as it goes. Because H, I, J, K, L all go in a row.
Right.
So let me just try it. So H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
Probably.
E, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. A, B, C, D.
Just a standard shift cipher?
F. Yep. I can't use that wheel, babe. It breaks my brain.
Oh, that's okay. I'll grab it.
Yep, we're good. I'm going to get some grid paper out so we can attempt this.
So we can both have it in case I need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll try to keep, if I see that it's up on, if anybody is wanting one of these, okay? We have an affiliate link.
Those things are so popular, they do go out quick, though. So
there's the link there. Down below in the YouTube video, in the description, it'll say, where you can learn more about Hunt a Killer and stuff like that. Feel free to click that link as well if you want to learn more about Hunt a Killer, or if you want to purchase anything. It's affiliate links, so we don't work for Hunt a Killer. We're just affiliated with Hunt a Killer, which means that we can earn some commission off of and percentages off of those sales. So it helps us, and then helps us kind of better. Hopefully provide better content for you, our streaming. Right now we're kind of trying to save up for some better lighting, as you can kind of see, and kind of go from there. So, all right. So we said A equals H.
Yes.
Right. But I'll keep an eye out for these cipher wheels. They go kind of quick.
Can you actually read me? If I tell you a letter, can you tell me the corresponding letter? Would that be
better? That works.
All right. So D. So I'm going to tell you the bold one. You tell me my handwritten one.
Oh, okay. K.
Okay. L.
That is S.
Not impressed. No.
Okay.
Not sure about that one. Let's try another one. O, H, and K. So O.
V.
Wait, what?
O equals V.
Okay. H.
H equals O.
K.
K equals R.
KS4. I'm not feeling it.
No. I think that's...
Okay. Let's look at that again. Where'd the little thingy go?
Yeah.
A equals H. So, O is...
let's see. Yeah, so F would equal M. If you went further down the list, then yeah, I think you would have the shift stuff correct.
Yeah, okay.
All
right. So how about hold on. There was 3 different ciphers that were in Ashley's book. One was a shift cipher. There's also the misspelling cipher. So maybe that's what we're dealing with, where like there's a misspelled word occasionally or something.
Yeah.
Or we also have the other option, which was the it wasn't a shift cipher. What was it called? It was a shift and misspelling. There's one other one. Shift substitution.
Yeah,
Substitute each
substitution
letter in the
cipher.
alphabet with another letter. Would either need a key or would need to have memorized the system. So phrase AC, A, B, C, D, E, F, A translated to example. Then I'd be able to figure out that in this case, particularly A equals E, B equals X, C equals A. So we need a code words. I'm betting you that's what we need. We need a code word.
Okay.
That translated, because like we got 4 or 5 of the letters here, right?
Right.
But like I'm betting, we're assuming this would be.
So substitute each letter in the alphabet with another letter. So, but in this case,
it's not a shift cipher. It's
right,
like
but
very
it's
specific.
weird though because that is in a way a shift cipher, right? So because it goes in order.
Yeah, because A, B, C, D.
If it was like out of order, where like it's that example in the page where it talks about A equals E, B equals X, those are out of order, right? Like you wouldn't be able to shift it.
Yeah.
So whereas those are in order.
Unless there's somehow like 2 ciphers in one.
Yeah.
Although unfortunately the only thing I'm
not seeing... it's possibly an 8-letter shift, but it's not matching up like when we're looking at the letters.
Unless I did it wrong. I did 2 of them. I got for DLOHK, I got KSBOR.
Yeah, right. I mean, that all matched, yeah.
What's an H? One more time. What was H? O?
Is that D? That's DL, right? Like, not DI?
I thought so, but
yeah,
maybe
that's
not.
DL.
OHK is definitely right, though. And then H was by itself, so I was thinking H would have to be an A. So we got this wrong.
An A or an I.
No. I mean, like, oh, okay, maybe. But, like,
no, it would have been a capital H then,
I'm maybe thinking this would be an A. Like an A.
Right.
So I'm thinking like it is the other direction as well. Like I'm wondering if these mean the same both directions. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
What if we did an H means an A though? I don't know. Let me put it this for a second.
Okay. So if we said, so let's look at.
We did H was A.
Leave yours where it's at. So we're gonna do we're gonna do H equals A instead of A equals H, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm basically doing it the opposite direction. So
okay, that's fine. So I have that actually set up. So I have that set up for you.
Again, I can't do it off of that.
No, I know. That's why I was going to help you.
All right.
You would give me the letter, and then I would tell you how to or what it is, like what we just did. You read the letter on here, and then I give you what it is.
Okay. So J is D though, right? I mean, I've got
so
these 5.
D would be W.
Hold on. D is W. H I.
I think you're onto something. I think this is it.
Hold on. Sorry. Let me write these down real quick, and then you can start saying them all here. D.
No. I'm ready to help you translate it.
I need to write them all down.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to tell you I can't do it all.
I understand that, but
okay, never mind. You can just. I'll just. Okay. All right.
So
you're fine.
D.
I like to have a visual that I can go back to later when I'm putting this all together.
Okay.
But it's fine. So D is what?
W.
L is what?
E.
O is what?
H.
H is what?
A.
A is what?
D.
Yep, this is it.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Okay.
All right.
So they tried to screw with us a little bit more. They actually did it, but it's H equals A. I equals B, J equals C, K equals D, and L equals E.
Yeah, so we were doing it the opposite direction.
We were doing it the obvious way at first.
Yeah.
Stay tongue. Wait, what does that say? Stay. Supposed by stay strong. Okay, never mind. Okay, so stay strong. So the stay strong, there's an actual S in there. For those who have it on there, the stay strong, it's overimposed just slightly. And demands, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we had, and then H by itself is an A, you said?
Correct.
Okay, so then we have K.
K is D.
L.
E.
H.
A.
S.
L.
We had a deal.
Yeah.
Stay strong and better
things will come
once I've won.
Right.
It wasn't too long ago.
So F is Y.
V is in Victor.
That's O.
B is in boy.
U.
D is in dog.
W.
L is in llama.
E.
Oh, it was Lima. Dang it. And then Y is in Yankee.
R.
You were okay. And then H again, so that'd be an A.
Yep.
And then I.
I is B.
Y.
Y is R.
V.
You said B or
V is
R?
in Victor.
Okay. I just had that. O. It's letter O.
O.
V is O.
Okay. And then R.
R is K.
L.
L is E.
You were broke is the answer. Okay. So
Okay.
J H or so, J is in Jeremy.
J is C.
H.
H is A.
Y.
Y is R.
You were a broke car.
Let's see what the next word is.
Yeah, I'm confused.
C is capitalized for whatever reason.
That's this part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because broke was that. So W V B S. So W.
Yeah. W is P.
B.
Letter B is U, and then U.
S.
Purple. Yep. So that's what it is. That's why those letters are capitalized.
L? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
S is L. Yep.
All right.
And then
K is in kite.
so K is D.
Y.
Y is.
I hate with this is you have to keep looking it up versus when I have the thing I can.
It's okay. Y is R.
Okay.
We're doing it together.
I'm sorry. Okay. P.
P is I.
All right. Can you look here and tell me if you think that's a C? If it's C or an E.
Pointed on this one.
The kitely one. The KYP. That one.
Yeah, it's a C.
Is that a C? Okay.
Which is V, and then L is E. Y is R.
Carpool driver. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you were a broke carpool driver. Okay, that's making sense.
There we go.
Now.
Okay.
All right.
So do you want to go back to that? If I go.
Voodoo.
Yep. So K is D, and then V is O.
D.
Yep. W, and
And then is
then
down. U is
N.
in. Okay. So
Yep.
if I go down. Ooh,
Right.
the long word.
Right.
All right, I'm going to say these are L's,
Okay.
not Y's, but I could be wrong. It would be this one. Is it ICI or
I
L-Y?
think it's L.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see that.
So L is E, V, and then
L.
E,
Yep. Y.
R, Y, O,
And
N.
E. Everyone.
Yeah.
And ISZL.
So L is E.
Okay.
What was S was L, so I think it's else.
Is IE?
Huh?
Is IE?
Well, L.
Oh, that's an L.
L is E. S is L. Z
is S.
is S.
Okay.
And then L is E.
Okay, I was reading that first letter wrong, so I was confused.
Okay.
So PZ.
Yep. No worries. And then P is I. Z is I just said it S.
Sorry, you have the
okay.
ability to memorize it, and I just don't.
Yeah, you're okay.
All right.
All
right. So that was Kabudu is please. Mm-hmm. So envy pun. Envy pun. Kabudu. We just have.
Wait. Hold on. I think we actually got it. Something mixed up.
No, there's Kabudu twice.
Right. But we just it got shifted. It moved. Do you want? Or does this go up here?
Yeah, it goes like
that. Goes there. Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go.
Do you want to go back? So yeah, Kavudu is Izzle. We're okay.
Okay.
We did the Kavudu is Izzle, please.
Oh, okay. So this is the next one.
Kavudu,
Okay.
Deepow.
Yeah. There we go. That's the next one. All right. So let's do.
So ready for
it. Let's up real quick here.
What are you doing?
I was just pulling this up on the bigger screen a little bit better for people.
Oh, okay. Is it shift cipher or not? I'm still a little confused. Like I did it backwards, but
it's I think like backwards shift.
Okay.
Right? So like a backwards shift cipher.
C.
Yeah.
And then A is D. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F. H,
Yep.
I,
All right. So. Yep.
Okay.
That's okay.
Right.
Do you have another copy of that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say you can just
it's
rewrite
cut off, unfortunately. Well, I can also do it down here too. I have 3.
Well,
options.
yeah. So you'll top row, just still put it in order of A, B, C, D.
Well, I know that was my mistake though. The first time around, so I put the letters in the wrong spot, so I had to do the top row above. I
Okay.
it up. So A, B, C, D. I just thought this would be a little quicker.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, you just go back and forth over and over and over again.
Okay. Okay. So H is A. And I is B. So it just goes in order.
Maybe. Okay.
Yep.
If you were ready, we can keep going. You were just doing something on the computer, so I was doing.
No, you're good. I was just pulling this up so people could see it beyond just the camera that they see above this in case it moves, because the one where you took a picture doesn't move.
Yeah.
Uh,
We have noticed
so
one error in the one we took a picture of, though.
That's okay.
We'll get it later. We can get it all stitched.
So in is
okay, where
G.
we at? Hold on. Sorry,
We
are
are
we doing
here.
the info
Yeah.
fun? Okay.
So in is G, and then V is O. P.
Sorry, V is O.
Correct.
So G O. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
P is I. And N.
But yeah, the last one's G. Yeah, because it starts with an N and ends with an N, so going. Okay.
Yep.
And then Kavudu, what was that word again? We had it earlier.
If I go down.
Down, okay.
Yeah. And then W.
Okay.
I.
A and apple.
T.
And O.
And H. With so going down with
Yep.
And then
And
T
this
L.
Yep.
So M E.
Yeah, going down with me, that makes sense.
Okay.
So now we're at F as in Frank.
Yeah, exactly. Just Mary's like, it's probably if I go down, everyone else is going down with me.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it was. Look at
I'm
that.
not going to be an angry.
All right, so
FVB.
FVB. All right. So Y. O and then U. So and then
Is that
T.
really what it is?
Yeah,
I feel like it's
FVB
what it
is U.
Yeah, so FBB is U. Okay, so
Yep.
Tivza.
Mm-hmm. So
Is
M.
V is in Victor.
O.
Z is in Zebra.
S.
E.
Is that an E
A.
or an A?
A, sorry.
A. That's T.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
most.
And then
And
O.
V, so it's O and then what?
F.
And then HSS.
A. L. L.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going
You
down
most of
with
all.
me, you most of all.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and then to the very
So
end.
stay the course, yours truly, and then we've got AOL.com, instant messenger. All right, so yeah, exactly.
Sorry. I can't impersonate the sound that it makes when logging in, but it was a desperate attempt. You're dying, aren't you? You're laughing.
Right. So
AOL.
T.
Continuing. Yes. TFC maybe.
H. And E.
The.
Yep, and then.
Does that say my pluck? Oh no, it's my pluck. So.
All right, so M is F. Let's see here.
Y.
R.
Okay. E.
I.
Is I.
E.
E. And U.
N.
A.
D.
S.
L.
F.
Y.
The friendly John.
J is C. And then O is H. H is A. And W is P. The friendly chap.
That was not where I thought that was going.
So, I don't know. So it's the friendly chap. Let me go turn this other light as well.
I just got
get a little
weird.
darker outside.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the friendly chap might be Harold.
Okay.
I don't know why. He honestly comes across as that like completely ignorant, never had a job, just is used to schmoozing and kissing butt to get everything he wants in his life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right, Just Mary? All right. So, do we want to try reading this out loud all at once? I mean, we got pretty much the idea.
Yeah,
right?
I think we've got it, of the gist of it, so
Yeah.
I think we're all right. So basically, yeah.
So basically, we had a deal.
Yeah,
You
we
were
had
a
a
broke
deal.
driver.
Yeah. Do you want to go back to being the poor,
Yep.
carpool driver? So
So what if it is Sebastian, and what if all that money is going to hush money to keep him shut up?
maybe.
What if Richards is actually, or not? Well, that would be the wrong campaign, though. Sebastian works for TFC. Maybe my head's totally in the wrong space after all.
Yeah.
Sebastian works for TFC. Because the only people in Harold's camp that we know of is Judith, his wife, who's psycho, and Vanzetti, who was the guy who got prosecuted for the car crash.
Right.
So we got all that information to still go through, though. That was fun. I really liked that. That one was fun. All right, so we're going to pile these in order, babe, so we can try to get a better screenshot later.
So on Reggie's letter, was it, where is Reggie's letter?
It's probably buried over here in a second. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep these in order so we can later get a photocopy. Maybe? Yeah, can you pull it if I hand you the stack?
Right. It was Strange Tangent in the library with a wrench.
It's underneath the voice thing. It's between the voice thing and the thing below it.
Okay.
I was trying not to send all these pieces flying, so I really don't want to play pick up all the pieces.
Right. Okay, so we've got Did you see her over there, by the way?
Daddy, when is your people going to
right,
redeem
our pup is literally like sitting, poking her head around the door of the room.
I'll screenshot this for Discord. Everyone might want to see this. This is the dog's way of being a detective with us.
Just make sure there's nothing.
No, there won't be, I promise.
Okay. All right, so just Mary, you're saying wasn't that letter in TFC's garbage can? Right, there you go.
Yeah.
So
too funny, kid. Too funny.
Let's see. What was on the envelope? Found in TFC campaign dumpster. Author unknown. Addressed and it's to AS. Question mark. So author unknown to AS. So I definitely think it. Yeah. So it's definitely to Angel Silva. We figured that out with the whole carpool connection.
And basically, if I go down, you go down with me. So for some reason,
it's definitely connected to TFC's campaign.
Yeah.
So it's someone in TFC's campaign making these comments.
Unless the person became Kim Barton and somehow there was something going on there.
Maybe.
Possibly.
All right, so we've got.
They're both getting paid a ton of money, so.
Yeah, so we've got inside of this bag that came from. Possibly from TFC to Angel Silva. Very possible. We've got in that bag, we have a few other documents as well. So we've got a crash report. We've got witness statements. We've also got a bidding sheet. And we've also got Angel Silva's voice comparison as well, along with a notice for cease and desist from Kim Barton to Ashley Mendoza.
What do we do next?
And then a request for comment and the response from the TFC campaign. So you want to dive into the crash report?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Where's the envelope for this go so I can stick it all back in there really quick?
Right.
Thank you.
This is the stuff from outside of that. And then we've got the crash report here. Okay.
If you want, you can start the crash report, babe. I got papers going over here. I'm a little disorganized at the moment.
That's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Arizona crash reports. Total injuries 2, total fatalities 2. Estimated total damage compared to $1,000 limit is over. Fatal. Total number of what is that? I can't remember what that. I can't figure out what that word says right here.
Total number of sheets of paper.
Oh, okay. Total number of sheets too. Okay. So on Highway Road Street, Condor Avenue, inside of Copper Cliffs, County Cocaruno. So intersecting streets from King Street. So we're looking for the intersection of King Street and Condor Avenue.
Not finding either yet. Oh, Condor.
So that's what we're looking for.
Condor. Oh, King Street's here, so it's this right here. Actually, I have the blue
Yes.
ones. I have the blue ones next to me if I need to.
Say they were right here. Did I actually knock them off?
I got some. I got these right here. They're thicker than yours, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you go.
We'll just say CCCC.
Yeah, whichever one you want. Yeah. All right.
You can read. You're good.
And then, so let's see. So we've got. Stop looking, Jet.
Those. So it's between the two different districts, Condor and King Street. Okay. What are you doing?
I was blocking your butt. I don't want Chat looking at you. You're mine.
I already showed it to him. I'm trying to rip the hair off your leg.
All right. So.
You're cool.
All right. Where are we at? Okay. So from King Street on Condor Avenue. So King Street traveling north, it looks like. And then approximate 100 distance in feet. So 100 feet. Not sure from what. Light conditions, it was dark out. And then we've got, there was rain as well. Is this a secondary collision? No. So there was not like a collision. It wasn't like someone rear-ended someone and then that vehicle hit someone else. The roadway clear time was 11:55 p.m. Incident clear time was 1:25 a.m. So it looks like let's see. We've got the driver, Louis Vanzetti.
I guess he really was the driver.
Extricated.
Yeah, I thought I'm sure this was a cover up and Harold was driving.
I mean, it still could have been.
It just sounds like if he was extricated, that means that he was stuck in the vehicle.
Yeah. I don't know.
It seems less likely, you know what I mean? Anyway, keep going. Sorry, I just got distracted by the word.
Well, he wasn't ejected; he was extricated.
Yeah, so that means like cut out by the police and the fire department, right? Extricated, like extracted from.
Possibly. It could mean that he just like got out of the vehicle.
I could have sworn it meant he had to be saved by the jaws of life, kind of a thing.
I'm
looking it up. You can keep going.
Yeah. So it says that the owner of the vehicle is Harold Richards.
So why would Vanzetti be driving Richard's car?
It was a sedan. Patio, Panama sedan.
To extricate, to free someone from a constraint or difficulty.
Okay.
So I guess it does not mean being cut out by the jaws of life, but that's what I interpreted it as.
So it also says on here, though, so Harry, exactly. So Harry owned the car. Now, if you look at section 6 on here, which isn't on the screen yet, but if you got it open yourself, then we've got. I guess I can turn back this way now that you're not behind me. So.
Was my butt that big? I mean, I didn't think
No, I was turning that way so that people could see the map better.
Gotcha.
Because my big head was blocking it.
How big was my butt all the way?
No. Like my big head was just blocking the map as you were working on stuff. So
It doesn't take much for your big head to block anything, darling.
All right, so we've got so we've got passengers. So item number 6, we've got passengers, which is so seat position 13. So this was, if you look up above, it'll actually show you seating position. So they'll use like a number.
So he was in the passenger seat in the front of the vehicle.
Yeah, so he was in the passenger seat, front of the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh, and the girls were in the back seat. Okay.
Yeah, so the girls were in the back seat.
That's interesting.
So you got Harold Richards was basically sitting passenger front.
Yeah.
According to this, Louis Vanzetti was driver, and then you had so you had Isabel King and Morgana Wilkes in the back seats with Isabel King behind Louis Vanzetti,
So behind the driver.
behind the driver, and then Morgana sitting behind Harold. So,
Interesting.
vehicle damaged areas is the whole basically front area and front half.
Is that the front or the car or the back?
That's the front. So the arrow points the direction of the front of the vehicle.
Okay. So how did the passengers in the back of the vehicle die then? Because it was the people in the back of the car that died. The other two were injured.
Maybe.
So all it does is he hit a pine tree or something from the original accident report.
My assumption would be that the arrow tells you which direction the car is facing.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. That surely makes no sense then if the passenger in the back of a seat died, unless they got launched out because they didn't have seatbelts on or something, maybe.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
so safety devices.
So maybe they just
none used.
They didn't have the seatbelts on.
None of them. Yeah. So those three did not have seatbelts on.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out how if the front end had damage.
Airbag. So Harold's airbag deployed front. There was no obviously no airbags for the back seats. Injury severity, suspected minor injury for Harold, and then looks like 5s for fatal injury for Isabel and Morgana. Witnesses Harold Richards and Louis Vanzetti marked down as witnesses. Looks like distracted driving behavior just marked as passenger.
So they're saying the passenger was distracting the driver?
Yeah, exactly. It's saying that there were passengers in the vehicle.
Interacting, okay.
So that can distract the driver just by having other people in the vehicle with you.
Okay.
Condition influencing the driver under the influence of alcohol, it looks like. DRE suspect arrested. So
this just got
Louis Vanzetti was arrested for it. All right, and then on the next page we got the crash diagram.
Have you looked at this yet?
I have not.
I just actually looked at something. I shouldn't have. Keep going.
Oh, you're okay. So it looks like so we've got measurements are approximate, not to scale, so they just kind of drew it out. It looks like going off the road when it's turning left on the curve.
Which direction was he heading? Towards the Copper Cliffs sign or away from it in that picture? Was he going to the orange or to the pink?
Oh, no. Traveling, said north, but I don't know. It looks like there's no road. It's not like an intersection. It's weird. Like, it looks like it's this on this drawing. It doesn't look like an intersection. It looks
I agree. It looks like a curve or a turn.
Yeah.
That's weird. I wonder if that curve is just such where you pass the part of the road going straight up and just past that it curves a little bit or something. Who knows? We can figure that part out later.
It says driver left the Copper Cliffs Country Club. So they left from the country club up there. Let me grab
Condor Avenue. Oh, I get it.
That map was in episode 1, right?
I think so. I think it's like this, babe. I think he was driving south, like this on Condor Avenue, going this way, going south. And then he kind of went off the road right where it starts to bounce back upwards into the pink. Okay. And that's where he went off the road into the trees. That's what I'm reading it as anyway.
Yeah, very possible. Grab.
Okay, so the driver. Okay. Do you want me to keep going while you're looking for something? I don't know what you're trying to find.
I was just grabbing that map to pull it up, so I had it up on here for the stream as well.
Okay. Do you want me to keep reading?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So south along Condor Avenue when he lost control of the vehicle owing to intoxication and distraction from passengers. The vehicle jumped the right shoulder where it sped down a straight slope into a nearby tree. EMS were called to the scene by the driver where he was taken into custody after after a health check and field intoxication test. Of the 3 passengers The two women in the back seat were deceased by the time EMS arrived. The man in the front passenger seat sustained minor injuries and was transported to Charity East Hospital. The vehicle was towed from the scene shortly after. Additional recent tire marks from a second vehicle were present.
Oh.
Unclear if related to the crash. Officer James Ballard. Update. After re-examining the scene and interviewing witnesses, the additional tire marks were found to be unrelated to the crash. Officer Judith Vaughn, a.k.a. Harold Richards' future wife.
Oh.
Right? Vaughn is her maiden name.
So
I think he was like coming down Condor this direction and went off the road and into the trees. And if you look at that's correct. So if you have to, like, again, it's like this. If you're looking at that map, it's like this.
Right. I've got the map right here.
Right. So it's like this.
Okay, so it's upside down like this.
Yeah, so you see how it juts like that? Yeah. She just didn't bother drawing any of the other information because that cross street doesn't technically matter.
Oh, they were driving south on King Street.
No, it's Condor. They were driving south right here. And they went off the ditch right here. She just didn't draw this cross street in because it wasn't relevant.
Oh, okay. So it kind of goes like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But
it says that they left the country club, and so they're driving from the country club.
Then I have no idea, and I'm wrong.
No, sorry.
I have no idea then. I'm so confused. It said south.
Right.
In the notes, it said south. To me, if I'm looking at the map, south is down.
Yeah.
So to me, if I'm looking at the map, they were heading south, which is down. But maybe you're right. Maybe
north.
they were coming from the pink to the orange. Then I don't know.
Yeah. So it says so on Highway Road Street, Condor Avenue. So on Condor Avenue, and it says intersecting street from King Street north.
So King Street is the one that goes up north between the orange and pink.
Correct.
Yeah. So I still don't understand what you're saying.
I'm just trying to figure out how this lines up with it.
Even at all makes sense because if they were doing that, they would have hit the other opposite side of the trees. It just does not make sense at all.
Right. That's the part.
So maybe did she fudge the report?
Maybe.
Because she said that the other vehicle's tires didn't matter.
The only place that this actually lines up with is right next to the country club.
Right, yeah.
That corner, right? Yeah. So this thing is only lining up. So if we look at, this corner right here. That corner right there, chat, matches up with this drawing. But it's saying that it's down at the intersection.
Well, it just says the car was going south.
So
I just don't get it.
Yeah, okay, so driver left Copper Cliffs Country Club where he and the 3 other passengers had been drinking alcohol at approximately 11:30 p.m. Driver was heading south along Condor Avenue when he lost control of the vehicle, owing to intoxication and distraction from passengers. The vehicle jumped the right side shoulder where it sped down a slight slope into a nearby tree. EMS were called to the scene by the driver where he was taken into custody after a health check and field intoxication check or test. Of the 3 passengers, the 2 women in the back seat were deceased by the time EMS arrived. The man in the front passenger seat sustained minor injuries and was transported to Charity East Hospital. The vehicle was towed from the scene shortly after. Additional recent tire marks from a second vehicle were present, unclear if related to the crash. After re-examining the scene and interviewing witnesses, the additional tire marks were found to be unrelated to the crash. So, yeah.
This doesn't make any sense, or there's something majorly squirrely dirty going on. This just is not computing at all for me right now. So let's keep going for now, but we might be revisiting.
Oh, maybe. I mean, maybe Cyber as far as both. I mean, we don't know as far as like. I don't think we know what the relationship was between the 2.
They just were called young socialites.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly what the relationship was between the 2 women and the 2 men were, as far as if they were like dating. But I mean,
all we know is they were all in their early 20s, roughly.
Yeah, I know that like when a couple friends of ours and us hang out, a lot of times, if I'm driving, then the male friend out of the group will be hanging out up front with me. And then the female friend of the group will be hanging out in the back seat with her so that they can talk and we can talk. But that's just kind of common. So, of how we usually.
Well, it makes me assume that they were
every
all
once in a while. I guess
instead
they'll
of
sit in the back.
dating.
Yeah.
Well, no, it makes me assume that the girls were like drunk and hanging out and having fun with each other while the guys were up front. Like it sounds like they were all four drunk though.
Yeah.
But they were just at the auction where the one guy, the guy driving, was auctioned off, basically, as we know. So
Yeah,
maybe the
true.
girls bid on him because they were called socialites. I assume that sounds like they were rich as well.
Oh yeah,
Like
maybe.
country
So
club socialites, like fancy schmancy rich girls.
was Harold also one of the ones?
No, that I saw.
No. Okay, so
But that's not
Vanzetti. Yeah, so Vanzetti was on that list for the bidding sheet.
Oh, he was nominated by Harold Richards, though.
Oh, there you go. So maybe that's what it was.
Silent date auction. Please place your bid for the date with the following eligible bachelors.
Yeah.
Results will be announced toward the end of the evening.
So.
We can keep reading for now, and we can come back to the crash isn't matching, but maybe it's not supposed to.
Yeah.
So let's not keep wasting time on it for now. Let's keep moving on, and we can come back to it and put it together later.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Sorry, it's frustrating me because it's not making sense. So I want to fix it, but I don't think it's going to be fixable. I think it's intentionally not making sense.
Yeah, very possible.
Sorry, I just don't want to break my brain for nothing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so do we want to go over the cease and desist first, or do we want to go over...
I was wondering, Cyborg, if those were actually supposedly the car tire marks of the other unknown vehicle that someone later says isn't a big deal. But it could be brake marks. That's a good question. I think Cyborg's talking about the two curvy lines. On
these marks are, she says in here that there were tire marks related, or that recent tire marks from a second vehicle.
That's what I was acknowledging, and
Correct,
that's what I was agreeing with. I think that's what those are. I don't think it's his brakes locking up. I think it's a second set of tires.
Right, yeah. So exactly. So yeah, the second car locked up their brakes and and then he swerved to miss them. So yeah, exactly.
Sorry about that, Cyborg.
Yeah. Very possible. I mean, they're saying after re-examining and interviewing witnesses, they're saying the additional tire marks were found to be unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we're thinking that it's very possible that from previous episodes, right, we were looking at Lewis' possibility of that something was being covered up with this crash, right, and that Lewis maybe took the fall for somebody else.
Which to me, the only person that we were taking a fall for is Richards. That's part of
right. Yeah, exactly. So let's look at there was a cease and desist letter from. Huh? Witness statements. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay. Just before we go a different direction, I thought it would be smarter if we just finished the wreck stuff. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Yep. So, witness statements. So, we've got... very possible, Cyborg.
Can you see if his address shows up in the witness statement? The redacted, can you see if it shows up? I want to see if he still lives in the same address he does now. Does it show up at all?
No, doesn't look like it.
Sorry, sometimes they're redacted stuff, like the original copies. Actually, you can see the font through it. It's pretty awesome. So I was hoping we'd actually get his address back then. Just kidding. Keep going.
No.
You're good.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
No, it looks legitimately redacted on my version. That's why I figured I'd ask you about the original. You're good. I was just being curious, babe. You're totally fine.
Nope. Okay, I don't see anything.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. So this is a witness statement from Harold Richards. So what were you doing just prior to the accident? Riding in the car, telling a joke. What called your attention to the accident? The women in the back seat screaming. How far away from the accident were you when it occurred? I was inside the car. Description of the accident. So we were at the charity auction party at the country club, drinking, of course. I bought the car earlier that day as an early birthday present to myself and drove it there to show it off. Around 11 p.m., the party started winding down, and the two women we had met through the auction wanted to stay out and talk a little longer. I invited them over to my place, but I was feeling really wobbly on my feet, so I asked my friend Lewis if he could drive. I gave him the keys and we headed down Condor toward Paris Green. Lewis was driving fine for the most part. We were all laughing and having a good time, and then I guess Lewis must have lost control. The crash happened so fast I didn't even see it coming. I hit my head on the dash and blacked out for a few minutes. When I woke up, there was blood everywhere. There was blood everywhere. I thought it was from me, but when I looked in the back to see if the girls were okay, I could tell it was theirs. Lewis was still out, but I shook him and he snapped back into consciousness. My cell phone broke in the crash, but luckily Lewis has survived and he called 911 immediately. We waited for an ambulance, and by the time it got there, I realized the girls were already dead. That was signature witnessed by Judith Vaughn. Okay. Then we've got the statement from Louis Vanzetti. So, what were you doing just before or prior to the accident? Driving. What called your attention to the accident? The car wobbling as I lost control. He was inside the car driving. All right. Description of the accident. So we were at the country club for the charity party. At the end of the night, I asked Harold if I could drive on the way back. I felt sober and hadn't had much to drink. Harold said yes. The alcohol hit me much harder than I expected a little into the drive. A delay from the big meal I had eaten, or just one of those unfortunate circumstances. I thought I could still make it back since I knew the road by heart, but I lost control. Because of the rain, the car swerved off the road and right into a tree before I knew what was happening. I scrambled out of the car after Harold woke me up and called 911. You know the rest. Louis Vanzetti. So one thing's not matching up already.
What's that?
So Harold's statement says, I was feeling really wobbly on my feet.
Right.
So I asked my friend Lewis if he could drive.
And yeah, Lewis saying he volunteered to drive.
Yet, exactly.
Yeah, I got that.
Lewis is saying he asked Harold if he could drive. Like, if he could drive Harold's car.
So it is very possible because they weren't stuck in the vehicle, they switched places.
Right.
It is very possible. Yeah.
It's possible because their stories are not matching up. Yo, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in for that raid. Let's see. Scotchbox VR, welcome in. Thank you so much for bringing your community in. My name is Strange Tangent. This is Red Panda, also known as Mrs. Strange. So welcome in, Raiders. If we could get a shout out in here for Scotchbox VR, I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much, Katie, for that shout out as well. So welcome in, everyone. I go by Strange Tangent. Like I said, I am strange and always going off on tangents. We are doing a special thing tonight, where it's called Hunt a Killer. If you haven't heard of it, then just, I'll throw it in here actually real quick here if I can type it in. There we go. So, it's a murder mystery series, right? So basically, every month we get a box in the mail, where we get more evidence for a murder mystery, right? And we start to unveil the rest of the case, right? So we're doing a case called Off the Record. This is episode 3 right now. Episode 1 and episode 2 are already out on YouTube. You can check those there. And then we'll take this episode as well. We'll take it, download it, I'll piece it together, throw it up on YouTube as well. So there you go. The cool part that we do with this is that we actually, in our Discord, we take all of this evidence, we will actually scan it and take photos of it, and we throw that in the Discord so that you can actually, while you're sitting on your end, be able to open up all the evidence right in front of you and be able to sort through it as well and help us solve the case, right? And chat helps us tremendously. Trust me.
I don't think we would get this if it was just us sometimes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's really a group effort.
Right? So you're playing a journaling game. And yeah, so there we go. Yeah, pseudo board gaming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it does kind of fall under like board game category, technically, but but it's really fun. You get to put on a detective hat, you get to sort through physical evidence and digital evidence, and try to work your way through the case and and solve the murders. So we've got Off the Record that we're working on today, but we also had Royal Street that we just did, Royal Street 1, episode 1. That's also up on YouTube. And then episode 2 will be in a couple of weeks. And so that's what we're kind of doing with this is every other week we're going back and forth between 2 different cases right now. So,
and both of the cases we're currently working on are 6-part series. So both Off the Record and Royal Street are 6 parts. So we're on 3 of 6 for Off the Record, and we've just done 1 of 6 for Royal Street.
Correct. So we'll be doing episode 2 of 6, in a couple of weeks from now. Yeah. So once we get all that in and get that box in, we'll be able to get it all scanned in and ready for that next episode. So so welcome in everyone. Thank you again for coming over and supporting Scotchbox VR on that raid, and sticking around and hanging out and getting to know us a little bit. So yeah,
if you want to jump right in with us, though, just jump in the Discord. All the documents we're going through are right there. We're currently going over the car crash stuff because there's some suspicious stuff about this car crash that this investigative reporter named Ashley was looking into, and then she was murdered, and we're trying to figure out what that crash had to do with her murder.
Yep, absolutely. So that's what we're exactly doing right now. So we did just notice a huge discrepancy between the 2 witness statements, right? So Harold Richards, who is currently running for mayor as a candidate, this is from 10 years prior to current time. This accident is, and so Harold Richards was supposedly riding in the passenger seat. Louis Vanzetti was supposedly driving. I say supposedly because both their witness statements both say that they asked the other one to drive, rather than saying, "Oh, Harold asked me to drive." It was he asked Harold to drive his car, right? So that kind of sticks out with me, right? So like Cyborg said, that stuck out with them as well.
Like their statement doesn't match because they had no time to rehearse it, basically. Because they were being
exactly.
The crash, I can tell you this. Angel Silva is not one of the 3 guys on the Bachelor site because Angel Silva was only 5'11". And these guys are all over 6 feet easy.
Okay, so that eliminates
these 2 random guys that are in the Good Fences chats a lot, and then Louis Vanzetti.
Right. So that eliminates these 3. So I don't really know who these other 2 are. I don't know if we've really heard their names very much.
We've seen them doing some comments. At least Tom Rubin. I don't know about Yazzie, but Tom Rubin's made some just random comments and some of the random online blog type stuff. His name's around, but nothing major sticks out with him yet. Okay.
So Louis Vanzetti, though, is a major player in this game, but it looks like, that'll, if Angel Silva's height was 5'11", Louis Vanzetti 6'3", so I would say it's definitely, I agree, not Louis Vanzetti. Yep. So I think the next thing we've got the sampling, the voice sampling from Angel.
I agree.
That we can look at, or we can also take a look at the cease and desist letter, and we also have the request for comment as well.
What's the request for comment? I don't see that anymore.
Right here, request for comment. Yep.
Do you mind if we just do the voice stuff real quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
We're just already on that. It would be easier. Okay, so for Angel,
let me get this pulled up here. So we got Angel there, and then let me get. Let's see. See if I can do this well enough here. I'm gonna try to do this. Wait, that was wrong. Okay. Let's see where it's at here.
Oh, taken from a news report. So they actually say where they got your interview article. It's taken from a news report, taken from. That's cool.
Yeah, so the top, so chat, the top is Angel Silva, okay? So what you're seeing up top up there is Angel Silva. What you're seeing on the bottom down there is the comparisons with others, okay? So that's what we've got to kind of compare and take a look at.
Well,
So
that's darn close, man.
amplitude waveform. So this is kind of at the very top. So Sebastian Dyer being the first one we're looking at. We're looking at. I mean, it's even said in a very, very like close time frame. With the exception of Cliffs.
Oh, God, that's the same report. I'm an idiot.
So Cliffs is the only difference between these two. So we've got right there is what I'm talking about.
When I had the exact match.
Let me actually do this here.
I was literally holding the same exact report.
Oh no, the copy.
Yeah.
The copy.
So
and
like they matched to a T, and I'm over going, yeah,
right?
It's so obvious. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, they're both Idris Silva. I'm an idiot. They looked exactly the same.
Right. Okay, so let's do this so I stop accidentally overwriting the page that I'm actually looking for here. Okay.
Hey, baby girl.
So that's, yeah, so looking at this up here in comparison to down below, that's really the only, well, I mean...
What difference are you seeing? I'm still not seeing a difference now on the right page.
I'm looking at this. That section, not that section. I'm looking at this
so these are different?
Correct, yeah.
That's different than that?
It might be the same, but this actually tells you like where along the path they said the words.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing on that is
right here it's different.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different, but then also right. See how look at the timing at the bottom. So where he starts to say cliffs, that kind of stuff. But again, it could be the comparison, right? So we're looking at we use it all the time over in Copper Cliffs versus the phrase, what are you asking? What's over in Copper Cliffs? Right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more of a pause in the what are you asking? What's over in Copper Cliffs? A little bit of a pause there. But like you pointed out, this part here at the 3.5 time frame mark here, the 3.5 or the 0.35 section. There we go, got it.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was rough for me to get out. Sorry. So this section up here looks a little bit different than down through here.
All I know is this part looks darn similar.
Yeah, so let's take a look at.
You compare that dot bracket, it's like on point from what I can tell.
Oh yeah, look at that. So this is the pitch contour graph, okay? So this is where we're talking like when someone talks, how loud they say certain, parts of words and certain letters, as far as what pitch that they're at. So a higher pitch or lower pitch based on, just how they normally talk.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, we're looking at 160 to start it off, which is matching right here, 160. We've got the E and the R are sitting at like 220, which matches up as well. Yeah. I'd say this, and it's also like if you notice the contour of like how certain words are curved and like Copper Cliffs, where the hertz starts to go up, it goes up exactly the same. I agree. I think that pitch is exactly the same. I agree, Just Mary. And Mr. Strange. Well. Yeah, that's what Just Mary was saying. I think the pitch in particular is exactly the same as Sebastian's. Down here and below this, this pitch one actually does look like it's matching versus the amplitude waveform. The amplitude waveform doesn't seem like it matches as much, but the contour graph and then the pitch frame down below definitely is looking the same.
Vanzetti's definitely not it, because Vanzetti's like deeper, much deeper voiced than this person is.
So,
which we already ruled Vanzetti out originally anyway.
Yeah, and then this next one, the second page was Kim Barton, which doesn't look like that. Yeah, I mean the pitch starts out about the same as far as 160 with over the word over, and it also hits 220, so it's very similar at the very beginning of their statement actually stays very similar, other than this little section right about here for over in and in between that there. But otherwise, it relatively stays the same. And then this right here, that's definitely a difference along with this. So the whole second half where they say Copper Cliffs is definitely way different than what we're looking at for Angel Silva.
It did something weird. It made a different.
Oh, that's okay. You just hit this right here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I was about to mess it up more. Thank you.
So yeah, so that's what I would say on that one, is that it's definitely not. And then, like you said, you compared the Louis Vanzetti one, which we've already ruled out based on height alone. But right there, that right there tells me it's not it as well. So that pitch right here confirms what you were saying. This piece right there.
When did they leave the club? I can't find it, and it's really important to find that out right now. When did they leave the club?
They left the club.
It was sometime after 11. I just don't know when. I can't figure it out. I'm so confused.
No, that was in the well, roadway clear time was 11:55 p.m. Driver left at approximately 11:30 p.m. Driver was heading south, so they would have left somewhere between around 11:30ish.
So here's the thing. Wait for it. 11:39. Condor and King. That's where the accident happened. The next stop, 11:50 Cross Street. That is where TFC lives. That is his home. That has always been his home.
Yeah.
He inherited it from his parents. They were very proud. It's the most expensive street on the entire place. So why was this carpool driving cross street? And is that why Angel got paid off? Because he was driving TFC, and TFC could not be involved in the accident. Because TFC and Harold Richards were friends back then.
Right.
Good friends.
I wonder why that was a recorded, maybe like a recorded stop. Maybe they knew that there was an accident, and so they stopped it.
Maybe,
so
or maybe that's just the area he was in. Oh no, it does say recent stop though, so that's weird. Yeah. Maybe TFC was at the scene and he got picked up and he wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's weird. That's shifty. No, I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know. Was he in? I don't think he was in the vehicle with them.
Well, I wouldn't think so because it looks like it would only fit 4. But like.
So Angel Silva. So this is what Mr. Strange is pointing out. That's on the driving record here. So Angel Silva made a stop at 11:39 at Condor Avenue and King Street.
I really feel like somebody was picked up from that crime scene. I just don't know who. But it looks awful suspicious to be TFC possible. Because TFC then was taken straight to his home. No one else would have gone to Cross Street at midnight besides TFC, who lives there.
Yeah. So TFC lives at 1 Cross Street, right? Mm-hmm. So
this is awful interesting now because the two campaigns, while they're very different, are tied in by this one event where they all were covering for each other. I just want to know why Vanzetti would take such a rap for both of them.
Where's the 1 Cross Street at?
What do you mean? Which one?
Where's 1 Cross Street? Like where's?
For his house. I don't actually know. Right here, between the maroon and the blue.
Between maroon and blue.
Near number 30. If you find number 30, you'll find the name. Maroon and the blue. It's maroon 30.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So we've got Cross Street there.
They're very interesting.
So we don't know. I don't know if one would be up here, like at this corner, or down further. Well, it's number 30. Number 30 is Copper Cliffs Creamery.
I don't have an address for that, but I know.
Okay, I was wondering if that was maybe on the back. No. Yeah, was the creamery on one of the advertisements?
I can check, but not that I remember.
No. Okay.
It was the candy company, the candle company, the flowers, and the convalescent home.
Yeah.
Not the creamery that I remember.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time with the maps. That part I'm pretty confident on.
Right. So.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like there was a second car involved in the accident, but if someone came to pick up TFC, who got rid of the second car? Unless maybe Angel Silva drove the car away. TFC, no, Angel Silva would have been picking up.
That would have been a third. Yeah, so Angel Silva, yeah. So I'm wondering.
My head is broken.
So there's definitely a stop there. So I'm wondering if the theory that those tire tracks
was someone stopping?
Were Angel Silva driving TFC and that was the stop.
Like dropping him off there?
No, just that he marked that he had to stop because of an accident or whatever. Because it doesn't say why he stopped. It doesn't say whether it was a stop as in like that he picked up or dropped off.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it was a pickup or drop off. We also don't know
any other witnesses. Like the only witnesses are the people in the car.
Right. So, but if they left before the police got there.
Yeah. So do you think they were witnesses, or do you think they started it caused the crash? Even Vanzetti doesn't seem to be very sure how the crash happened. All of a sudden, he was just in a tree and he didn't know.
Right. Yeah. So, and since neither one of them remembered another vehicle being there,
that's
what if they somehow, like we were kind of theorizing, that this.
Did they ever say if they did a breathalyzer on Vanzetti? Because he himself said, I was kind of drunk, but not that drunk.
No, it doesn't say that there was a breath. It said a field sobriety, that they did a field sobriety, basically.
Okay. Because I was like, what if he was kind of drunk, but not nearly as drunk as they're alluding to?
Yeah, no, there was no, like, it wasn't like a breathalyzer. It just said that they did a,
Because what if Angel was the one driving recklessly and cut them off, and he had to swerve to miss them, and he ended up in a tree because of it? Like, what if Vanzetti did not cause the crash at all?
Yeah. He was taken into custody after a health check and field intoxication test. That's all it says.
Okay.
It doesn't say that there's like any kind of,
No worries. We'll figure it out. Something's still not clicking, but if we keep going, I'm betting something makes sense here in a second.
So we'll look at.
Do you want to do the cease and desist finally?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Okay. And do you want me to read this one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So cease and desist on the Thomas Ford Cross letterhead from Kim to dear Ashley Mendoza. So Thomas Ford Cross is a respected professional in the community and has spent his life building a positive reputation. Nevertheless, we have been informed that you have been maliciously spending inaccurate and spreading, not spending, maliciously spreading inaccurate and unfounded information that is damaging to his personal and professional character. Under Arizona case law, public figures can seek damages for defamation. This is any published statement when the declarant makes the statement with knowledge that it is false or with reckless disregard for the truth. Morris v. Warner. She's a lawyer, for those who don't know. If you continue to make wildly unsubstantiated claims about the mayor, the TFC re-election campaign will be forced to file a lawsuit seeking maximum damages for defamation equivalent to his projected 10-year income of $120 million. Is that all? The defamatory statement referenced here include, but are not limited to, all associations of Mayor Cross with his opponents' allegations of reckless or illicit behavior, improper sourcing or disbursement of campaign funds, any quid pro quo arrangements, or any and all accusations of unproven and imagined misdeeds found on your website, Mayor, she wrote. Right. And any future reporting on Mayor Cross and his campaign team that may appear there or elsewhere in print. As an alternative, should you terminate the aforementioned website, we would like to offer you a one-time payment of $95,000 for the exclusive rights to all future stories you might write on Mayor Cross or his campaign.
All right.
Wow, buying her off much?
Yeah, so trying to pay her off.
This offer comes not out of any admission of guilt with the campaign or truth in your reporting, but out of the endless generosity of Mr. Cross himself. In addition, this shall serve as a pre-suit letter demanding that you provide us written assurance within 10 days that you will cease and desist from making further factually untrue statements. If you do not comply with this cease and desist letter within the aforementioned time period, a lawsuit will be filed in the proper jurisdiction seeking monetary damages as well as pursuing all available legal remedies. She's not messing around, is she?
No, not at all.
Mercy. Although I hate to say it, you threaten news people, they don't mess around. They usually bite back. They aren't viable usually.
All right, so we've got also another one that's another response from TFC from the TFC office, really requesting for comment. So or in regards to Ashley Mendoza requesting a comment from TFC office. So, TFC campaign would like to acknowledge and formally respond to your request for comment on the alleged connection between the campaign and certain entities and corporations, if for no other reason than to put a stop to your constant barrage of voicemails, emails, and other nuisances. Mayor Cross would like to make clear that he has no personal insight into the events of the Copper Cliffs car crash. Mayor Cross was at home when the crash occurred. While he was indeed friendly with Harold Richards at the time, the mayor has no involvement in the incident. Any connections made between the mayor and the events of the fatal car crash are purely the result of your own overactive imagination. We suggest your next investigation be into the concept of confirmation bias, or maybe, what is that? Libel. In regards to your other line of questioning, Mayor Cross empathetically states that he would never support any development in Copper Cliffs that would harm our local economy and thriving community of small business owners. As a fifth-generation entrepreneur, Mayor Cross knows that small businesses are the backbone of the American dream and one of our town's greatest assets, second only to our pristine Ponderosa pines. Mayor Cross plans on doing everything he can to protect both of them, making Copper Cliffs a destination for all lovers of natural beauty and a model for small towns and cities worldwide. We hope we can count on your vote and support, or on your vote and support, so we can make that future a reality. Sincerely, Sebastian Dyer, Assistant to Mayor Cross.
When he says Ponderosa Pines, is that a subdivision or a pine tree that he loved so much? Yeah, the signature's close, but not quite matchy. The S and the S look kind of similar, but a little different. Yeah. It wasn't impressive enough to be like an absolute, but it does look quite suspicious because the D and the S's are very similar.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like an absolute, but it was darn suspicious. Well, harumph. I'm not 100% sure on this, and I thought I was. I'm still going to vote Sebastian Dyer because that voice match looked darn convincing to me.
So,
should we try it?
I think so. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that
we read the good post voting thingy, the poll, and there was nothing else online, right? That was it, just the poll.
No, yeah, just the poll.
We found that in the TFC dumpster, which suggests it's from the TFC campaign throwing it out.
Right.
What was that letter again? Let's see. Let's read the letter one more time. Try to see who was thinking of writing this here.
So, yeah, I'm going to agree that it's Sebastian.
I've always considered patience one of your virtues. Well, it's funny because now it could be TFC himself that got this letter. Now that we found it in the TFC dumpster, it could have been anybody in his campaign that got this letter. So,
well, what do you mean that got the letter? That it was written to, or that it was written from?
I assume it was written to him.
To TFC?
Or someone in his campaign, Sebastian.
Right.
That's my assumption.
Well, it was written to, we know that it was written to Angel Silva.
Do we?
Yes. Oh. Because of the whole Carpool reference.
Okay, so then it probably is Sebastian Dyer then.
Correct.
Okay. I've always considered patience one of your virtues, so I'm surprised by your demands. Let's see. We had a deal. Stay strong, and better things will come once I've won.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long ago. You were a broke carpool driver. Carpool driver. Down. Let's see, carpool driver. I can't figure out where it stopped.
So we don't know. I mean, so it was found in the TFC campaign thing. So we know that it was addressed to, or we know that it was written to Angel Silva, but we don't know who it's from. And so I'm wondering.
That's why I was reading it again to see if we could put it into context.
Well, so as you're rereading that, I'm almost thinking, I'm wondering if, because he says, once I've won.
It's one of the two candidates. It's either
Harold. Right. Well, I was wondering if it was Harold.
Yeah. I honestly assumed it was Harold because remember I said the friendly chap, like that's his thing. He's the He's the buddy you want to barbecue with that won't drink with you, but will barbecue with you.
So maybe Harold's got like Sebastian. So Sebastian is
working for TFC.
Working currently. For yeah. So I'm wondering if he's got some kind of like he knows about like because of the whole thing.
It sounds like TFC and Harold were both involved in this car accident.
Right.
Or at least were both involved in the scandal itself.
Yeah.
So they're both basically
trying
to hush each other up. Yeah. Can I just wanted to finish.
Go ahead.
You keep talking. I wanted to reread the rest of the letter because I don't understand anything.
So right now it looks like we don't know for certain who was there, who wasn't. But I think we've got enough to say that that Angel Silva is Sebastian. Now this has got me, in my head going like, okay, so is it
if I go down, you will go down with me, or sorry, if I go down, everyone else will go down with me, you most of all.
Yeah,
so definitely threatening Angel, and I'm betting you it came from Harold.
That's what I'm thinking, is that it came from Harold.
So the question is he again the driver, and Vanzetti took the fall for him, or is there some component with TFC that we just don't know? It's very suspicious, though, but it definitely sounds like it's Harold to Angel. I think we can agree on that.
So what if this?
Yeah.
What if Vanzetti wasn't, like you said, wasn't driving?
Right.
TFC was driving. Angel Silva, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the address? So
it was the
805 Schlumberg Drive. I don't know nothing as of right now, but where's that located?
Let me go look. Right here in the yellow, bottom right yellow, 2nd Street up. Right above Kingman.
So, would you say that it would probably take at least 15 minutes to make it from that street to the crash site?
Oh, yeah, easy. So you're talking bottom right to upper middle.
So...
yeah, I'd say that's about fair.
We don't know where Vanzetti lives. What if that's where Vanzetti lives?
Why are we saying
well, I don't know, because Vanzetti would have been at Copper Cliffs.
Yeah, Vanzetti was at the
country club.
At the country club with his friend. We don't know how Vanzetti got there. We assume they drove together, but it's never stated. We just know they drove his brand new car to the country club that night.
Yeah, so I was trying to look at the that timeline.
But Angel could have lived at Schlumberg, or no, well, he wouldn't have done that in the middle of his journey, would he?
No, so what I was looking at was maybe that stop at 11:39, right?
Yeah.
Condor Ave.
Yeah.
So that was like right before the crash or right after the crash, right?
It sounded like it was darn close to when the crash happened.
Right, it was really close to the car crash. So Vanzetti is taken by Sebastian to the car crash site, dropped off. He picks up TFC and takes TFC home.
That's possible.
So we're just thinking that somebody was taken from the crash site. But what if someone was both? What if someone was taken to the crash site?
That's true, because it doesn't
and someone was taken from the crash site.
It doesn't say that Vanzetti had any injuries. It was just Harold, and they were mild.
Correct. Actually, yeah. Well, so that's the thing, right? Unfortunately, in this report,
we only have that there was mild injuries.
Yeah, it only shows the passengers' injuries. It doesn't mention anything about Vanzetti's injuries.
Why would Vanzetti be willing to take this kind of a fall, though? And I don't care how much money in the world. 10 years in prison ain't no small stint. Like that is like someone has to have some major dirt on you to do that for someone else. I don't care who you are. I wouldn't cover for a millionaire and spend 10 years in jail. Like, that's no.
Well, I'm wondering if around that time, 10 years prior, right? So they knew that TFC was going to at some point be running for mayor, knew that he was going to do that.
Well, Harold probably, both of them had a huge
Harold probably didn't
future ahead.
plan on running for mayor 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, and because they were friends, right? So, like, he knew that TFC maybe was running for mayor. Yeah. Boom. There's your motive of why Harold would be like, hey, Vanzetti, like, I got you, I referred you for that, thing at the, for the bidding sheet, right? I need to call in a favor. Like, I need you to do this for me. We'll have a deal. Like, I'll make sure you're taken care of. And then now all of a sudden, fast forward, Vanzetti gets out of prison. Harold decides to run for office. Who does he make as his campaign person, right, is
Mhm.
Vanzetti.
Well, because that's like the biggest
Because he owed him a debt. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a debt to Vanzetti for
Yeah.
covering for TFC.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
It's
shifty. All right, let's put Sebastian Dyer in. Let's go ahead and do
yeah.
that part because what if this is a two-parter and we're poking around?
Oh, I know, right? Like it's been in the past.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so we're saying
SEBAS.
is it SE?
I'm pretty sure I'm trying to get it out. SEBAST.
Sorry, slow that down.
SEBASTIAN space DYER.
Okay. So, all right. So, what we got from Franny in the story or in our keep safe file, you can't see right now on the screen, but we'll make sure we get some screenshots of this afterwards as well. Is hey, detective, you got the package. Good. Well, don't let me distract you. Send me the name Angel is currently using when you've got an idea, first and last, just so we're clear. So, we were right at the beginning, right? That we're looking for a current alias, not that Angel was the previous alias. Mm-hmm. So we're going to submit Sebastian Dyer. Boom.
Okay, it's big, so I'm hoping that means we're right.
Right? Let me.
This is not a two-parter.
Let's get this pulled up over here. Over on the screen. Okay.
All right, this suspense killing me. I can't read that at all.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to.
You might have to actually. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Let me do it on my phone so that I can read it too as you're going because I still can't. My
yeah.
eyes aren't that
Okay. So Sebastian Dyer. Okay. Now that you say it, that does make sense. I'm in the office right now, and I don't think Sebastian is here. Let me check. Okay. Looks like I'm the only one here. I'm gonna take a quick look through his desk. Hang on. We got a locked one.
Oh no.
Oh man, take a look at this.
Oh, no. This is like a two-parter, doesn't it?
Let's download that real quick. Where's my messages? There we go. Okay. Check out those names. Silva Angel. All right. It means you're right. Angel, and she would type in the exclamation point so fast that she hit a 1 because she let go of the shit.
Oh, that's so funny. Fast. That makes sense. So she's excited and she's hurrying.
Yeah, it means you're right. Angel and Sebastian are one and the same. So I'm going to write this all out on the blog and see if it shakes anything loose. Here you go. Here's the blog updates. There's got to be more to all of this. I'm going to see what else I can dig up for you and mail it over when I can. Take care in the meantime. Wait. Something about a private message. Is this for real? Oh my god, it's okay. I'll just track down their IP. Just a minute. Proxies, not a good sign. Detective, I don't know what to do here. They can't know who I am. I've been careful. There's no way. It's probably just some creep, right? Or we're really onto something. I gotta go. Watch out and be safe. Please, I'm not stopping. We will find Ashley's murderer, and we will bring them to justice. I'll be back in touch when I know it's safe. All right. So we'll look at the blog update and we'll look at that private message. So I'm guessing she received a private message, probably with a threat.
Did you see it?
I have not yet.
Yeah, it's not very long at all. It's very short.
Okay, yeah. I'm getting ready to click on it. Let's see. Let me open up private message. Download that real quick. Blog update. Oh, we can't download that. All right. Okay, so I'll go in order real quick with the postcard so you guys can see their postcard real quick before we open up that the letter or the private message real quick. So look who's learning English. It's me. Can't wait to see you and Eva and your little angel. It's been too long. May can't come soon enough. Something Silva. So there we go. Tiago Silva.
Well, that's,
Spell what word?
the one that ends in RJAJA. I'm trying to figure out if it's
Where
a
are you
word.
looking?
It's on the postcard. It's
Look who's
the second
learning
line,
English.
I
It's
word,
me.
that.
JAJAJA.
Okay, that is a place in Mexico. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, that's or sorry, Mexican is a plant-based restaurant located.
I
thought I couldn't tell
it's
it was
there you go. Just Mary says it's ha 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 in Spanish.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I thought it was Spanish. So okay, so now let's look up Bejo. Beijo.
Can't wait to see you.
If
and
I butcher
Eva,
that, I
and your
truly
little
apologize,
angel.
people.
It's been too long. May can't come soon enough. I'm guessing best, maybe.
I'm wondering too. Baby? Wait, what?
Or love?
Baby?
Huh?
Does it really mean baby?
Beijo?
Yeah.
Maybe? Let's see. Hold on. Where's my translator?
Coming out. This is super annoying.
Ines Silva, probably his mom. Ah, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just wanting to understand. He said something about little angel. So did he just have a baby? We don't know anything about Sebastian. He could have 15
No. So, this is an old postcard. So I think it's addressed. It's not addressed to Sebastian.
Oh.
It's addressed to, or not addressed to Angel. It's addressed to What is that? Irmao.
Irmea or something.
Yeah. So, but this is who it's actually addressed to. So it's saying, "Can't wait to see you," and it looks like Eva. So I'm guessing Eva is the wife, and Eva is probably Angel's mother.
Oh, your little angel. Angel being the baby. I got
right.
You now. Okay.
Well, an angel being his name, right? So yeah.
Angel like
so
is
maybe
the baby.
Maybe Ines is the grandmother to Angel Silva.
So what about Bejo then? What does that mean? Sorry guys, I never took Spanish, so I have no idea pronunciation. I apologize. I feel like I'm butchering it royally. It means something. I know it does. I just can't find it.
It's Portuguese. It's not Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So up here at the top, it's from Portugal. So it's Portuguese. So let's look at translate from Portuguese.
Kiss?
It means kiss.
No.
Yep.
I have Bejo, not Bejo. Okay.
It means kiss.
Thank you.
Yep. So.
Kiss.
Yep.
Okay. So that makes sense. That's a family letter from long ago. Can you see if there's a postage stamp on that? It looks like there's something stamped
brother.
In the corner.
So it's not the grandmother, it's a brother.
So wait.
So this is
the person on the left, the T person, is that the sender or the receiver?
This is the receiver.
Okay.
So this up at the top, IRMAO, means brother. So brother, look who's learning English. It's me, right? So he's writing to the brother or to his brother, saying, "Hey, like, can't wait to see you," right? And
so are we assuming the brother is the father of Angel then, or are we?
The brother of the sender is the father of Angel. Okay. So TIA, probably GO, maybe, or I'm guessing it's GO, is the father of Angel. Eva is the mother of Angel. This down here at the bottom,
I get you. So
Ines Silva.
Okay.
Is wasn't Ines another name somewhere else? Didn't we?
Yeah, that was different. That was Royal Street.
Was that Royal Street?
Ines. She's the one doing the documentary. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So, so Ines Silva is the brother to this Mr. Silva here.
So the brother of the
father of Angel. So it's Angel's
uncle. So Ines Silva is the
uncle of Angel.
And then the other Silva, TA. Okay, perfect. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we don't have another part then, thank God. Okay. That's where
sister. Like... Sorry. Yeah, not brother. Sister.
Wait, what?
It's probably the sister, Ines.
Oh, Ines' sister?
Probably sister.
Then why does they brother? Oh, because she's writing it.
She's writing to the brother, yeah. Yeah, because it says, I agree, the way that reads kisses, that's probably from a sister.
That would be a girl, yeah, okay. And frankly, women send postcards more than... My mom was the one that sent the postcard every time we went anywhere when I was a child, so... Does that have a date in it?
Stamped from Flagstaff.
Arizona 20.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, that's cleverly done, you guys. I'm saying it.
Right?
That's pretty good.
Okay, so there's that. So we've got that part, and then let me open up.
Cool.
So this is the private message that Franny received. So from Anonymous 1 minute ago, do the smart thing. Walk away. I know who you are, and if you don't stop now, you'll end up just like Ashley.
So I need to stop for a second. Where did she get this? Did she get it on the computer she was on?
I think.
Did she get it on Keep, the safety app she was using? Does she say how she got the message?
She says.
I was trying to figure out if she got it like from the computer she was tinkering on or something else, because she sounded like she was in the middle of getting on his computer, didn't she?
So she says, she was signing off to us, and then she says, wait, and then attaches the private message and says, is this for real? Oh my God, it's okay.
So
I'll just track down their IP. Just a minute. Proxies, not a good sign. Detective, I don't know what to do here. They can't know who I am. So I don't know where she got the message at.
I'm assuming she got it through that whole offline app. So the whole thing is supposed to be super safe and friendly, but she herself was saying earlier, like depending who you are, be careful what you trust, because like she basically was dissing the offline stuff earlier in the episode, I think.
Right.
So that makes sense if they hacked her account or were able to contact her and figure out who was sleuthing still into this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, El Diablo, what's up?
That was pretty darn cool. I like this episode. This was tough, though.
Yeah,
so
we've got the blog left as well. This is Franny updating Mayor She Wrote as we go. So this is Franny actually writing it, not
so she must
Ashley
not be
Mendoza.
That scared, or she's still posting stuff.
Well, this was posted before she got the
was it?
Private message, yes.
Oh, okay.
So if we look at the message again, so it's in order. So she typed us, she sent the picture of the postcard.
Gotcha.
And then she said, check out those names. And then she said, here you go, I updated the blog. There's got to be more to all of this. I'm going to see what else I can dig up for you and mail it, right? So she's saying, like, she did the blog, right? So I'm going to write all this out on the blog and see if it shakes anything loose. So she posted, and then she received a private message with the threats in it, right? Okay. So the blog that she posted that caused her to get the private message says, secret identity uncovered. Someone in TFC's circle is not who he says he is. Who? None other than the right-hand man of the mayor himself, Sebastian Dyer. It seems that Sebastian is really Angel Silva. And I suspect that he was involved in the Copper Cliffs car crash. Why change names? Why keep it secret? Who else knew about this? Keep your eyes open while we look for answers and stay safe.
I think Anonymous is Sebastian right here.
Oh, probably.
Looking back at the cross campaign thing, and Anonymous on her blog, this is her blog posting, Mr. Spencer Stewart has a point to this comment. Do you have any numbers to back up that claim? It has to do with his shady business practices, TFC's business practice. So Dyer is going in as an anonymous, calling it out.
Okay.
I'm betting this anonymous and that anonymous are the same person, and that it was a comment on her blog.
Right.
At least that's what I'm suspicious of. I don't know. I can't prove it, but
yeah. So I mean, anonymous very well could be Sebastian.
Yeah. I know it's just getting dirtier and dirtier.
Anonymous could be TFC though.
Possible.
I mean, or Harry. So, you know, at this point. So yeah, so that's what we've got, chat. So definitely a crazy episode of lots to find out, lots of dirt that we've been able to uncover.
So the wreck still makes no sense. We're gonna have to go over that a little more later because I'm still not getting.
Well, so that's the thing. We might find out more in the next episode about it. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna
make sense until
the location of the wreck is still kind of. We're not gonna figure that out.
Yeah,
we're not gonna figure that out today. with everything that we have.
Yeah. I agree. There's a key component we're missing.
But there's definitely something with the fact that Angel Silva, driving for Carpool, arrived around the time of the accident.
Either dropped off, picked up, or both.
The location of the accident, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, either picked up or dropped off or both. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something with that, and that's being covered up, and that's, I think, like, that's what Ashley was working to uncover, and that's probably the big story that was going to blow the campaign wide open. She did say that it was going to blow up both sides,
and that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, the only thing that could tie the two sides is that wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very possible, right, that's something that we're onto here, and we'll confirm it, right? We got everything's a theory until proven, right? So we've got this is episode 3. We're halfway through Off the Record. We've got 3 more episodes to go. We've only eliminated one suspect in Ashley's killing so far.
The only innocent party so far is the most suspicious one of all.
Right. But we've only been able to, over these 3 episodes, actually officially eliminate one suspect. So I suspect that next episode we'll be eliminating some more suspects. So
I kind of like that we're not going too fast, too hard, though, because when it gets down to 1 or 2, it's not as fun.
Right, yeah. So I definitely look forward to episode 4. So stay tuned for that. Again, if you have not joined the Discord, I can't stress it enough. Join it. All right, it's free to join the Discord. Hop in there. Pay attention to the Hunt a Killer channel if you're really into this Hunt a Killer series with us. We'll get this all posted up on YouTube as well. In between this episode and next episode, any of the email correspondences that I receive from Franny, I will get those put into the Discord in its own special thread. To give you a little bit more tea.
Oh, and it's
on some stuff.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
The good fences drama.
So we're gonna do that, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks with Royal Street episode 2. 2 weeks after that will be episode 4 of Off the Record. So we've got approximately 1 month before you'll have to wait for episode 4 of Off the Record. Okay. I know it's gonna be hard to wait.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait another month?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, you got 2 weeks, and then you got Royal Street episode 2,
okay.
And then 2 weeks later we'll do episode 4 of Off the Record.
Yeah, so we don't have that long.
Yeah, so we're done. It's gonna be hard waiting a month.
The first 2 we did so we're close back to back. Yeah.
Right.
I forgot it's gonna be a month out.
So yeah. So just stay tuned. Stick in the Discord. We'll send you the correspondences.
Then you have to go back to the first 3 episodes.
Yes, absolutely. If you have stuff that you want to add in, if there's stuff that you notice, stuff that if you're diving back into episodes 1, 2, or 3, feel free. Now that we're on episode 3, anything that you have, throw it in that thread for episode 3, so that we're not running any risk of spoilers or anything like that as well. So, what has 5 toes and isn't your foot? Bye. Puppy's foot. All right. So, chat, thank you so much for hanging out and having a good time with us tonight. Like I said, I'll get this all put up on YouTube as soon as I possibly can. Have a good one. Stay safe. Above all else, though, as always, stay strange.